Forgetting the microphone strikes again. Right, okay, let me repeat what I said then. Very professional streamer, of course. Right, so, last time, we unlocked HOD. All these new lovely pages for HOD. We also unlocked a bunch of invitations. Now, the invitation we have to fight is this one. The reason we have to fight this one is because then that gives Malkuth her, this, because it's, I think it's Book of an Index, proselyte, which will unlock this, you know, reception, which will then unlock the final realization. And ego pages basically make this challenge 10 times easier. So today, we obviously had HOD with this, but we get 3 entire floors, so we need to pick the rest of our floors that we want to fight off sweepers. Now, I'm not really sure what the best floor will be to fight off the sweepers. Yesod might be good just purely because of the light retain they have. Not too sure about Netsack. So I reckon we build up a Yesod thing. And then we see where we go from there. So... yeah. What do the fixers do? This is important to know. Do we really not... oh no, 1. What? How do we not know what they do? Hold on. Let's quickly go in here. I'll even pass Star of the City. With great difficulty. Okay, so they deal a lot of pierce. And they're weak to pierce themselves. Okay, on that note, we should probably go for Netsack. If we get a page that resists a pierce. So... I wish there was a way to filter pages, but there's not. Proud of finally got the last video out. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. It's good. It's been a while in the wings, but it is now finally out there, and hopefully people enjoy. We could go for Oscar here. Unrelenting might actually be pretty useful. More pierce. Yeah, let's go for Oscar. So, Oscar, we want Lone Fixer. Keeping in stride. What else do we want? Because we can't do Guardian again, so we're probably going to need other things that have Pierce power up. Let's look for them. Seeing someone doing this. It'll be interesting. It'll definitely be tricky. Let's... Respiration might be worth it because obviously we can't get, God, what's Olga's one called? We obviously can't get Margin because Margin is currently being used by the most important character. So we'll need some other way to... no. We'll need some other way to restore light. Do we really not have... hold on. Do we not have Guardian on HOD? That's right, we couldn't fit Guardian on HOD. So it might be worth putting Guardian on Netsack then. So you put that there. Guardian. Right. We need something else for... we look at these costs. Oh, that quickly. Thank you, Salt. Great, okay. So yeah, Respiration might be pretty good. We obviously can't use Extreme Fatigue because, yeah, it's huge and because the fight is so damn long. That's fair. That's fair. I just really want to get through them to get through the index to then be able to get Malkuth's Ego. I think that's the best route. Okay, we don't deal bleed. I'd like something that would continually buff us. Because that might be a little bit hard to get, but... so we've got all those. Because, yeah, I just want... if we have at least 2 people, I think that'll help us. We could probably get through it quite quickly then. We will always use pages. I don't want any more RNG. Honestly, in times like these is probably good here, considering we're going to run out of pages very quickly for NetSec. Because, yeah, we have... he doesn't have margin. Okay, I would like to have everybody having those, at least. Then I could just steal all the fixer cards, although trying to clash fixers with fixers doesn't I mean, what do we have? We have, Wedge, which means we could just go fixers against fixers. I'm not sure if NetSec himself has any power stacking. Dice power +1, dice power +1. Yeah, so he has some power stacking, so I think we could just put them on. Let's... Not an Acupunch, because that's for slash. If I grab... We're gonna need Light Heal, frankly, just because of course we are. Nice in the back streets would be good, because... no, not really. Sweep the back streets might be pretty good. For the family, actually, considering we've only got ourselves, it's probably quite nice. I'm gonna take that too. And then I'll just look for Pierce attacks here. We could get Transpierce, but I'm not really sure I want Transpierce. Tell you what I do want, actually, though. Silent Night. Do we have enough power stacking to make Silent Night work, really? Not particularly. No, not worth it, actually. Silent Night is good on HOD because you can get a bunch of, you know, help with stuff. Euro Hindrance might be good to clear that out. Although it may... Fierce Onslaught's a bad idea because we don't have any card draw, really. I think this is good. I mean, NetSec is a last resort, but still. Tailoring's too expensive. We don't have enough light healing for that. Great, let's go for... So, HOD to start. If HOD can finish... Honestly, if HOD can survive all of them, it's brilliant. We have finished this stage, which means I could use the Maxmin thing on it, but I would like to give it another shot of getting past it without using Maxmin. Because I think Maxmin would make it rather easy. Okay, let's go for... Flashing Strikes on you. I mean, they're all going to be the same, so we may as well just do that. But yeah, until we get to, whatchamacallit, until we get to Roland's, the point at which Roland starts getting all his, you know, nice light variants pages, and we could just, you know, run Pinocchio. We don't have enough light for stuff, basically. Oh, wow. Everyone decided to go for gambling. Right, well, good luck to me. Okay. Thankfully, this does let us deal a decent amount of damage to them. I would have preferred the evade, because the evade would have given us a chance to restore stagger, which I think this might be a reset, even if we get lucky. Because otherwise, we're going to now have to wait on persistence and hope persistence does as well. Get past Eugen to get a speed 2. Maybe, that might be a good idea for this. What's Eugen weak to, out of curiosity? Because if Eugen is Pierce weak, then it might not be worth it. Also, just... he's so good. Like, Bamboo-Headed Kim is just so good. Okay, that will then overflow onto that, which is good. I'll take that, actually. And then here, if I just go for, like, a Slay on you. Okay, great. We can heal a little bit of health from winning clashes here, which I think is what's going to save us. Of course, we lose the one clash we need to win. Yeah, I'm dead there. Okay, so that's a no. Resetting the stage is free. Yeah. As I said in the guide, resetting the stage is free. I would like it if they all didn't pull out their gambling page at the same time this time around. No, they're not all going to. Okay, that's nice at least. I'm happy they didn't decide to, you know, extra quickly kill me today. Oh, this time. How far did I get today? We've only just started the stream, so not very far at all. Union is Passenger, but not Stag Ranger. Basically nobody is, to be honest. Okay. This is annoying. Okay, actually, automated movement on you. What? Oh, that'll get carried over to them. Actually, automated movement on them gets carried over to them, gets me a bunch of evade, resist back. And I just hope that's enough. There we are. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Just as planned. And now I just hope RNG doesn't kill us. Great. Slash dice power. Right. 7. Jesus. And then slay on you, to be honest. Actually, slay on you might be for the best, because at least I can stagger you then. Gambling went bad there. Good stagger. Nearly dead. Oh, I mean, nearly dead. Nearly procced persistence, I should say. Tifrith, good for the chance consideration. Well, you see, there's a minor problem with Tifrith in the form of, you know, the first abnormality you have to fight to get Tifrith going. We can't really fight her. There we are, let's see. And we didn't get any of the pages we really needed. Which one of you are close? You're closest to stagger. If I hit you with that, then maybe I can heal enough to, you know, stay good? Stay in the green? No. No, I cannot. I don't know. Staggered the... Oh, I guess I didn't hit while staggered. Okay, we're not dead yet. The breast flesh on you gets triggered over to you. That should be pretty good. That's good because we can win all of those clashes with that, then when normally that'd be a major annoyance. Great. I probably should have clashed that, but I wanted the healing from this. Yeah, I should have just clashed that. That was a mistake from me, I think. Yeah, this is us dead. I'm fairly certain. I mean, it might... no, it will be, basically. We can't heal enough here. Actually, no, maybe we can. Okay, hold on, we're still with a chance somehow. Automated movement on you, just clash with you. Brilliant. Brilliant. We just need to get our health back, because if we can get a ton of health back, then we're set. I would also like to kill some of them, but, you know, that's that's easier said than done in this encounter. Okay. Oh, one dead. Okay. Staggering on you. Still not dead because, you know, persistence. Please, good gambling. Okay. Right. What did I get? Slay page. Kim. Yeah. You're gambling, you're gambling, you're all gambling. Okay, good to know. Brilliant. I wish that staggered. That's okay. I really wish... Oh, we get a stagger there. Brilliant. And then automated movement. Brilliant. Okay. Slay on you. Which one of you is worse? You're going for gambling, so we get you. Brilliant. Another dead. Brilliant. Another dead. Okay. This is good. We've managed to clear most of them out. For the Urban Nightmare books, we just firing squatted some people. It's quite simple to get rid of them then. That's annoying that we can't clash both the gamblings, but oh well. Staggered, brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, the distance page is one use only. Okay, that's good. Use you there. Acupuncture you. Ah. Bad use of repressed flesh then. Okay, kill that. Brilliant. How am I doing? I'm doing well, thank you. We've actually gotten some pretty good RNG on this fight thus far. Pod is at fairly decent health moving into the second stage. Right. Let's see how this goes. Oh, what should I... So with the general encounters, you just put any books in from a specific stage. And then that will get you the things. Is anybody using gambling? Nobody's using gambling, so there is no reason for me to use gambling in return. Well, not gambling, the anti-gambling card. Annoying. It's fine, we endure piss. Okay, you're going for gambling now. You're also going for gambling. You're all going for gambling. Okay, less than ideal? Still not the worst. Okay. At least we have some time to regenerate some health. Molar and Lovetown won't get you Kim. That'll get you stuff from that specific floor. Or, I should say stage of the library. I think that's the correct terminology for that. I would like to stop them from using gambling. There we are. Whoa, okay. Okay, there. I wasn't expecting to deal that much damage, but sure thing, I'll take it. Okay. Repressed flesh. Brilliant. Are any of you using gambling? None of you are using gambling, which is annoying, but I can live with it. Staggered. Brilliant. Staggered. Brilliant. More healing. Staggered. Also brilliant. Great. Slay on you. Who are you going for? Slay on you. Brilliant. Brilliant. Anybody going for gambling? No. That is fine. This works. Staggered on them. Brilliant. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, at least we got some evade success, although I would have liked the other one to succeed more, because then that would have maybe saved us from stagger here. Okay, somehow we didn't stagger there. We still have our Unrelenting from this chapter. We haven't died yet. Or act, I should say. That's annoying, but Puppet Blockade should hopefully stagger. Brilliant. And some healing and a kill. Very nice. No kill there, which means we're staggered here. Which is fine. Unrelenting will proc here. Unlock the last avenue fight before realization on who? Okay, Unrelenting's procced. 8 HP isn't exactly ideal, but I can live with it. Provided we get good luck here. Okay, we did. Automated movement. Flashing strike. Who are you clashing? Wait, what? Oh, okay. Automated movement on you. Flashing strike on you, puppet blockade on you. Yeah, okay. That's all gonna work out how I want it to. Staggered, brilliant. Staggered again, brilliant. More healing for me. Great. There's a lot of health back. And then, yeah, fine. Great. He'll say that again. Right. Slay on you. What are you using? That, I don't actually care about that. I would prefer more healing, frankly. You'll deal so little damage, it's not worth it. Yeah, 4 damage. I think I nearly heal that back from just dealing more damage. Oh, there's nothing there. Welcome back to the chat, nothing there. Anybody gambling? Okay, we've got 2 gamblers, but I don't have anything to stop the gamblers. So we just sort of have to tank it. Okay, another dead. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Let's see if Netsack can take over. We just got bad RNG, and that killed us. That's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Yeah, that was nearly really good. However... Oh, wow, okay, well, we're just fucking dead because we got unlucky. Right, cool, thank you, game. Thank you, game. Anyway, looks like we'll be using max spin to get back to there. Because the game decided to just, you know... do a funny and hit me with a... Was that actually a max trash disposal? That was basically a max trash disposal. Brilliant, thank you, game. Truly, couldn't have asked for anything more. I also do love it when it visually glitches like that. Very fun. Okay, everyone doing persistence? Okay, great, so it doesn't matter who I clash with. Slay for you, then. Looks like I got swept away. Yes, yes indeed I did. We would have won that if it wasn't for the maximum possible trash disposal there. Which is the annoying part. So we'll quickly get back to there again. Shouldn't take us too long. That's annoying that somebody's already going for gambling, but it doesn't really matter. Unless we get hit with a max gambling again, you know? Great, stagger on them. Trash disposal is I mean, the entire sweeper fight is annoying, to be honest. Because it doesn't really have any interesting strategy to it. It's just hope they don't continue to revive themselves and hope you get slightly lucky. Blockade on them. Stagger on them, brilliant. When am I trying mods? I might try mods in the future. Haven't really considered it just yet. Because I mean, I'm not sure what mods I'd try. A lot of people have told me to try Library of Babel. I don't particularly want to try Library of Babel. From everything I've seen, it looks hellish. Okay, let's... automated movement on you. It's unlucky that we got both of those at the same time, but oh well. Beggars can't be choosers. Yeah. Please don't tell me that uses up both of the counter die at once. It doesn't. Brilliant. Could ask in the Discord for people to suggest mods. I could do that, yeah. Great. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure. It's not hellish, it's heavenly. That sounds like a lie to me. Does he have... How can he... Sorry, how can Bamboo Headed Kim's thing gain... Oh, I've always been able to gain 3, haven't I? You can gain 4 by using the next level of speed. Oh, hold on. Good opportunity there. Whilst they've got no persistence. Most mods are just fights. Yeah, true. I mean, if I was to mod anything, I would probably mod other games, to be honest. Because I'm curious to see how other games take Project Moon's World on. For example, I've seen a lot about a Slay the Spire, both Ruina and Lobcourt mod. And I think those would be pretty cool to check out. And I mean, I do have a plan for... I've talked about Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead on these streams for, you know, quite a bit. There's an interesting mod that lets you play with Limbus characters in Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. So I honestly might try Can You Beat Limbus Company in Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, because I think that would be funny. It would probably be harder than most challenge runs I do, to be honest, depending on the goals I set, and, you know, what exactly counts as winning. But, yeah. Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting to kill that. Acupuncture you. Acupuncture you. Please stagger. Brilliant, thank you. Also, yeah, this is why I wanted to use Bamboo Headed Kim as a page, because, like, slash dice power +2, slash stagger damage, yeah. So then we also have Lone Fixer. We've also got the +2 from Look of the Day. We've also got the slash dice gain 1 to 3 power from this. And then we also have enemies lose 1 power and clash against Select the Librarian. Which just, you know... It's a little bit powerful. Unsurprisingly. It's a little bit strong. Is Counter Die must in Tiff and Geb? I think Counter Dice are just really nice. Oh, minor voice crack there. I think they're just really good, because a major thing about Counter Dice is that they reuse basically eternally, which is really good for overflows. Remember when I didn't want to use the Always Angry one? It speeds things up so much. I'm happy. Alright, we have a gambler. We have no anti-gambling cards. Never mind then. Let's just... I need to be careful about my light usage, to be honest, so let's do that. Let's see, watch me hit 6 reusers again. Okay, just hitting it too, sure, I'll take that. Still no anti... Oh god. Still no anti-gambling pages, which is problematic because a ton of people have decided to gamble today. Never mind, we staggered one of them, doesn't matter. Okay, a little bit of a heal. Another stagger, brilliant. Think about Xenocat. What am I thinking about Xenocat for? Holy, good RNG, good RNG. Pretty good. Whoa, okay, automated movements, brilliant. Is anybody gambling? Nobody is. Somebody's gambling. That is brilliant, because that means I can do this, and that'll carry on to them. I'm going to do Puppet Blockade on them. Brilliant. And here we are. Basically get all of my stagger and health back. And that's why I love evades. Evades are so good. If evades didn't do what they do here, I genuinely believe this challenge may be impossible. Okay, we have an anti-gambling page. So So flashing strike you. Great. How well is Wallop treating you? So I haven't actually pulled on Wallop again because I'm now utterly broke, but I got the one card I wanted. I got Knight of Despair. I got 2 Knight of Despair Rhodias on the last pull I was going to do for Wallop. So, you know, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll take that. I will take that. We've run out of light. That is just better for us to do, though, because it gives us 2 things, so we can just do that to someone else. Does mean we'll get hit by this, but we endure Pierce, so it should be fine. Only 2 light. That is really annoying. Anybody gambling? Somebody's gambling. Please stop gambling. Let's do an acupuncture on you. And a pop-up gate on you. Stagger. And some good damage in. Great. Wow, that played out perfectly there. Slay on you. Slay on you. The slay there was for the reason of light regen. Ah, that's annoying. We shouldn't take too much damage here, and if we... Oh, wait. We shouldn't take too much damage, he says, before the, you know, max reuse is about to hit. Please tell me we still have our Endure. Okay, we have our Endure. Okay. So this is going to be annoying to do, but it won't be impossible. We can still get back from this. Great, anti-gambling card. That's the correct person to use it on. Yes. And then we slay them. That way it initializes quickly, which will allow us to use it against the other person. Ooh, we got lucky. There we are. Anti-gambling go. You then stagger them, get a little bit more health back. And then they hit us. It's perfectly fine. Great. Okay. More gambling. I would like it if you could all stop using the gambling cards, but, you know, asking politely isn't going to cause it to happen. Ooh, brilliant, a stagger. Okay. Another stagger, great. Great. I'm going to actually use replace. I don't want to use repress flesh here. I think it's too valuable to use. We didn't get a stagger, which is annoying, but we didn't get very many reuses used on us either. The reason I wanted to keep that is because, yeah, it's an anti-gambling card, which is great because I can then play that there, and I can play that there. Brilliant. Boom, boom, boom. Another stagger. And then a kill on them. Brilliant. No damage there. Managed to wake up now. Welcome to the stream. We are here fighting sweepers. I would like to get a little bit of healing. Okay. 39 health. That's not really a lot for the final one, really. But we do have another Endure. Also, Mind Hauler and Health Hauler, my beloved. Oh, at last, we can replace Keeping in Stride and, yeah, what else would we replace? I suppose Minimum Offense, maybe? There's something here. Yeah, we'd replace those because we have enough points for it. Hopefully this is the winning attempt. We can always just get, you know, reuse spammed into the ground, but it could be. Okay, everybody's going for persistence to begin with, so gives me a chance to just, you know, do some things. Let's go for another acupuncture just to save some light. Right. It's fine. It's I would like it if you could all roll lower. Thank you. Send someone before Hod. Maybe. Base challenge run finally got a stream. Thank you. Okay. Oh, we've got no anti-gambling cards and they all decided to gamble. Right. That's problematic, but hopefully not too problematic. We get a stagger on them, so we're fine there. Do we get a stagger on them? We get a stagger on them, so that's fine there. We then don't get re-rolled on, really. That's fine. Please say we get a stagger? Yeah, we get another stagger. Okay, so only 2 activated against us and they weren't problematic. Automated movements on you, carries onto you. Do any of you not have... No, you all have persistence activated. Let's use that on you then, because you'll have the highest loss of health from that. Okay, great. Stagger resist regained. Brilliant. Whoa, okay, we got lucky there. We nearly lost that clash. We did lose the one after, but... I see us later. Ah, yeah. Okay. What do I... Okay, you're gambling. So... Repurpose Flesh, Puppet Blockade you. Brilliant. How did you win that? Okay, fine. Then we go here. Just deal a ton of damage. Great. So happy we managed to get Valerie out, like, immediately. That is a massive boon for the run. Okay. Honestly, I think it's better to keep those guys at low stagger resist. Because keeping them there means that we can stagger them instantly if they decide to go gambling. Let's go gambling. Oh, dang it. Oh, wow. Okay. Never mind. We went gambling and we won. Anybody going gambling? You're going gambling. We've got 2 people going gambling. Please stop going gambling. I can afford to get hit by that. Brilliant. Thank you. Brilliant. We get hit a little bit. That's fine. I would like an evade now. I mean, they're both staggered this time, so we can just... Okay, actually. Automated movements, you. Flashing strike, you. The evade goes onto them. Brilliant. Ah, we didn't get lucky there. We did get lucky there. Okay, brilliant. Then we get our stagger resist back, and this run should be good. Hello, welcome to the stream. Okay, they get persistence again, which is annoying, but should be fine. We'll be able to stagger them instantly. Question is, can we stagger them? No. We can stagger them, though. And then the evade won't stagger, but as long as it doesn't reuse a what, there we are. Great. How did beating Lovetown go? We managed to beat Lovetown after only like a few hours, I think, in the end. Only a few hours, he says. Right, there we are. We didn't get lucky there, but it's fine because they're the last one left. Great. Okay. Oh, and they've got no persistence. Well, looks like it's time for you to die. Bye-bye. There we are, chat. That was the sweepers done. That didn't take too long now, did it? We only had to get not unlucky, which I think that's the moral of the story for these runs. Look at all of those killed by one person. Brilliant. Oh, I skipped over the funny line. No, can I listen to it again? Ah, damn. I've forgotten where it is. Anyway. We now have the funny chat. We have mind and health hauler. Let's quickly burn all these books. That's Carnival. Oh yeah, it is. Whoops. Forgot. I know somebody who did a sweeper-only run, and that terrifies me. Like, they could only use sweeper pages and sweeper cards. I don't know how they do that. That's mental to me. Anyway. By keeping in stride. Right. We want... Oh, actually, hold on. This is a problem. We don't have enough... I think Mind Hauler is the best, but this means we don't heal on Clash Wind now. Which is annoying, but I don't want to get rid of anything here. 95% chance of reuse instead of 50. Terrifying. Right, Feast already regains stuff for us. If we don't get staggered, we survive mostly. Okay. So, this is Index. Right. Evade is bootleg Mind Hauler. That's true. We'll see. We'll see. Depending on how this goes. Wow. Reaper slash... Oh god, yeah, it's the Singleton people. Terrifying. Oh, do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, Singleton deck? Wow, I would have liked to win any of those clashes. Right, back we go. Whilst getting health back would be better, we do have meal already, and a lot of the time the reason we take massive damage is because we're getting staggered. So I think it's better for us to not need it. Flashing Strike you. Oh god, Will of the Prescript. Why do we get the feeling Will of the Prescript is going to become a major part of our deck in the future? If Singleton draw... I play Pot of Greed and draw 3 cards. I get fucking staggered again. Automatic movement restores my staggered. That's true, but equally we only have one of those in our deck, and it costs 3 light. Right. You know what, I'm going to use that. It does basically the same thing as clashing 2 cards, but it will allow us to... Never mind. I'd love to win any of my clashes. Although, welcome to the stream, Roland. What? I would love it if any of them would stop max rolling. Have I tried to win clashes? Funnily enough, yes, actually. I do tend to. It's part of the goal. There we are, finally. You can stop max rolling, by the way. It is, in fact, possible to not max roll. There we are. Okay, we got past the first phase, which means we're actually good now. Actually, do I want to use yeah, Repressed Flesh allows me to clash quite a few of them. Look, here's where Mind Hauler will come in really useful, I think. If I could win clashes! Please! Allow me to win clashes! Of course they max roll again! Of course they max roll again! Brilliant, thank you, fight. The real Will of the Prescript's just telling me to fucking die. Your new Prescript. Lose every clash. Please, for the love of God, can I win a clash? Can I win a clash? Thank you. You know what? Frankly, fuck it. I'm gonna let it Unrelenting go. We have Unrelenting for a reason. Let's use it. I would really love it if they could stop max rolling, actually. I think that would be very, very nice. Very nice indeed. Automated movement. I can't use Slay then, so it looks like I'm just doing Slay and Slay. Wait a minute, I don't heal anymore from winning clashes. Which means I'm still going to die here. This is the point where I'd put Children of the City on. If it wasn't for the fact that putting Children of the City on would get me immediately copyright struck. So we'll not be doing that. Slay and acupuncture. This boosts the power of slash dice. So win a slash clash. Thank you. Thank you. We've won at least 2, which is like a little bit of... Right, okay. Enough of that. Let's check pages for who's not slash weak. Or at least resist slash. Slash normal, slash endured, but I'd have to use a fixer. Slash endured. Okay, hold on. Let's save current setup as 4. Quickly move over to Valentin's page. Try and make a single... We can't make a singleton deck just yet. We don't even have the pages for it. Okay. Margin. Give. All, loan. Thank you. And then... Hauler. Is mind or is health hauler better? I'll try health hauler. It would have been nice if we could fit both the haulers on, but alas, margin and lone fixer are infinitely more useful than the haulers, sadly. Okay. We now don't gain much slash power up, so it's going to be even harder to win clashes. You can stop max rolling, by the way. Oh, we don't even have endurance, unrelenting anymore. Fuck it. Fuck you and fuck the index. I can't even deal enough damage with ranged pages anymore to execute someone. Right, well that's a terrible idea. I wasn't aiming to beat them. I was aiming to kill them, brutally. I was aiming to kill one of them, brutally I should say. Because killing one of them would unlock this. I'm assuming. I'm fairly certain that's... Is that... Who is that? Eugen or... I hope it's not Eugen. Can sound effective against confident opponents. Wait, who do I not... Why do I not have equipped here? Oh, I just forgot to equip Arjun there. Okay, let's try she then. Right. They would be easy to kill if it wasn't for the fact that they max roll every single time. Which, you know, it's rather annoying. What hauler did I put on you? Mind. Okay. Let's go for acupuncture on you. Okay, great. See, look here especially, it's going to be very useful to have Mind Hauler. Right. Them max rolling is a skill issue on my part. Yeah, of course. I should just stop them from max rolling. That is within my control. Automated movement, and then let's go blockade on you, because then that'll cause it to recover the most mind for me. Okay, maybe health would be more useful. I think 9 times out of 10 it's more useful to have Mind Hauler. Press flash. Slay on you. Wow, it's so nice to fight against somebody who actually dies when they're killed. You know? It really is brilliant when that happens. Wow, I love counter dice. Okay, and then we get meal. We can't fit a keeping in Strident, no. We get meal though. Meal is what will heal us. Whenever we attack somebody who's staggered, we get health. Funnily enough, we do a lot of attacking people who are staggered. Actually, that should probably be the other way around then. And then we get that. I get the feeling it might be more useful. As much as I don't want... As much as I wish we could have Mind Hauler to avoid getting staggered more, I think it genuinely may be more useful to have Health Hauler. Just because it's unfeasible to stay at this low health. Not sure, chat. Not sure. Not sure. Well, I am sure Health Hauler's better, but I don't want to admit that. Right, let's quickly murder Eugen before Eugen pulls out the screw you boundary of death on us. Automated movement. Repressed flesh. Upper blockade. Wow, okay. Very fun. Yeah, our stagger's doing great. The problem is just that we now have no health. Oh, no. Well, here's the funny chat. Right. That's the fight over. Right. Cool. Thank you. Thank you, game. Yep, of course she max rolls. Of course she does. What a boundary of death, truly. Hey, look, it's the thing on the screen. The boundary of death. Look at that. Right. Absolute cinema, apart from for me. Alright, let's hope we get back there. Are we still trying for 1 floor? Yeah, we are. Equally, I don't think there's anything we could have done there. We could have tried to execute Eugen, but I don't think we would have killed her in time. Alright, look at the day. Yeah, Stagger's going to be so much worse here, but it'll probably end up being worth it in the end. Brilliant. Okay, Stagger's full again. There we are. Multiple probably could have gunned down Eugen. True, I could have, but I'm trying to do all of these, you know, properly. Without going multi-floor just yet. If we can beat a fight multi-floor, I mean, beat a fight single floor, I would like to beat it single floor to begin with. Okay. Yeah, health fuller was the correct pick. You can stop max... You can stop max... You can stop max rolling! You can... It's possible to not max roll. You don't need to max roll everything. It's really not that hard to not max roll. I do it all the time. Right. Staggered, brilliant. A little bit of health back. Okay, at least I'm getting the max rolls now. For some reason. There truly are only two dice rolls in Library of Ruina. You either max roll or you min roll, and there's nothing in between. For fuck's sake! Okay. Is nobody going... Oh, wait, no. This is what I have that for. You go on that. You go on that. Here's what we have the haulers for, chat. You've got to be fucking kidding me. There we are, at least. Yeah, we've got nowhere near enough health for the next encounter. Frankly, we are just dead here. Yeah, we are about to die. Actually, we got automated movement. Okay, hold on. Okay, this isn't over just yet. Okay. Yep, that was... I wanted to lose that, actually, thank you. I wanted to lose that too, actually, yeah, thank you. Just what I wanted. And it doesn't even get triggered on the good one. On a good one, I should say. And I've got nothing left, and I'm about to get fucking Boundary of Death. Because, fuck me, that's why. Stagger on them, at least. I mean, I'm still about to die. I'm about to get Unrelenting. Wait, no, it doesn't matter because because the Unrelenting triggers here, which means I'm already dead. Great, thank you, game. Just what I wanted. Yep. Very fun. Let's see if we can shoot Yujin to death. They resist Pierce. We can't shoot Yujin to death. I mean, we can try to shoot Yujin to death. But I somehow think we'll fail. Indiscriminate shooting. Take the shot. And then we die. I mean, in all fairness, it's possible to kill Yujin like that. Annoying, but... Why am I picking up Yujin again? Can't remember. Right. Look, if I'm going to be bashing my head against a wall, I'd prefer it to be this wall. I'd like to take out the load-bearing wall rather than the approximately adjacent wall that has a hammer behind it. This really would be nice if I could wing clashes. Okay, they didn't all max roll that time. He says as they're about to start max rolling. Yep, I opened my mouth and they started max rolling. Fine, I guess we'll give it 1-1. Chat, 1-1. I'm not doing Boundary. I'm not placing my hands in any more RNG than I need to. We are not Boundary of Death decking. Okay, well at least we can use Maxman here. So that's fun, I suppose. That's helpful at least. It'll make this go quicker. And should mean we're not, you know, instantly dead. There is a Boundary of Death build. I may use it at some point because it's funny. However, it's not optimal at all. It exists as a meme build. It has no purpose as a genuine thing. You there, and then I clash you with nothing. Looks like I'm just clashing you guys normally. Yeah, how does it feel to get max rolled against? It would be funny, yes, chat, it would be funny. However, I don't think I want to place my hands in that much RNG. Okay, after that we need purple. It'll be a while before we get to purple tier, chat. If you know how the progression of this game works, we don't immediately go from Eugen to purple tier. There's a few stages in between. Brilliant. Please kill. Yeah, we'll kill. Right. And we evade. Which attribution cost is corpse cleanup? 6. It's not worth it. Yeah, it's flat out something you will never attribute to anybody, because apparently 12 HP is too much for anybody to get. How dare you heal 12 HP upon killing an enemy? Far, far too overpowered. We need to balance that into the ground. Soul Element, I was about to say Soul Element Yisang again. That's the wrong game. Soul Element Yesod, however, perfectly balanced. Give you that for basically free. My youngest, perfectly. Go ahead. Yeah. Also, we probably heal more across the space of the battle from healing 2 each time, because we only have to win 6 clashes to heal 12 HP. Which, yeah, that's more worth it, in my opinion. Angus, yes, it's perfectly balanced. True. Right. That's going to go against you next, which is actually fairly good, to be honest. Oh, that needs to be on Clash one. And then... Let's just deal as much damage to Eugen as possible, to be honest. Staggered, brilliant. Acupuncture you. There we are. There, Eugen is dead. Okay, we are still going to get staggered, but still. We've got endurance, it's fine. We've got endurance and we can't get, you know, Boundary of Death out of the blow. Okay, nobody can deal enough damage to kill us. Brilliant. We do have a slight issue here with the whole not dying thing, but this should be fine. Never mind. I get the feeling we're about to die. Especially because I just utterly misplayed that. Yeah. Let's see if we can shoot anyone to death, shall we, chat? You. Never mind. Brilliant. We could shoot somebody to death. And maybe we even won't get staggered over it. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's fine. We killed one extra person from what I was expecting. Great. Okay, we got Eugen. Which means there's basically no reason to go back there other than to do that fight. Right. Tenma. Oh, we've already done Tenma. Eugen. And we don't need to ban Shi Association because we've already got stuff from them. Right. Eugen does also overheal, that is a fair point. Right. Pod, key page. Eugen. Let's check this out. So, restore 2 dice upon losing pages. Original cost is 4 or higher. A speed die becomes unavailable. That's annoying because we don't use speed die. We don't use cards that are cost 4 or higher. So in response to a one-sided attack with a block die, roll 2d6. All dice gain +4 power. All die lose 3 power. Okay. And then our allies don't die. But, So. Let's try that out. Margin. Guardian. Health. Aula. And then what else do I add? Lone Fixer. The more important one. Who has this? You. Great. Just Madden's same passive as okay. That would be insane, yeah. But as is, why have +4 -3? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to have dice power +4, dice power -3. Just have dice power +1. Right, okay. Nobody talk about the fact that I forgot to equip cards. Should I put Boundary? No. If times get desperate, chat, we will put Boundary of Death on. But until then, no. Especially how hurt she is. That's fair. Fair enough. Telling a story through mechanics. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Anyway. Let's see if we'll die horribly here now. I guess, yeah, that's the same reason why she has 25% of her original HP. Right. Is that... That Shattered isn't all fatal weaknesses, no. Okay, that was good. And we're gonna get staggered here and die. Oh no. It's like that one time you like how theme gets reinforced with enemy aggression or something. Yeah, okay. Ludonarrative Harmony. Yeah, I do like Ludonarrative Harmony. We are about to get utterly destroyed here. Yep, that great. Okay, I see the broken die is in full effect. There, that is slightly annoying. I want to hear the puppeteer orchestrated ton of things that happen in the library, or is that a meme? That's true. A lot of things that happen. Well, it's mainly just because she knows a lot of people and causes a lot of things to happen, but still. she's involved with a lot of people, so she ends up causing a lot of the events of the game to happen. Hello game, where's my block die? Hello, I'd like my block die. Never mind. Okay, looks like I don't get a block die. Because, you know, screw me, that's why. Is anybody targeting that? You, but it doesn't matter because I'm a higher speed. Slay. Flashing strikes. Okay, at least we won that. Okay, we won that. Brilliant. And we get staggered, which means we're dead. Brilliant. I'm honestly not sure if Eugen is any better. I genuinely think there is no difference. Effectively. Right. How do you make shy face lock in the angry face? There's a mod for it. But, oh, yeah, I forgot Flashing Strike gets more powerful when you're at higher speeds. That's a fair point. Yeah, this is the power of Singleton. Singleton is just mad. At least we got some of our stagger back there. We also have automated movement, so we'll get it back more on this. Never mind, we lost the one clash we needed to win. Which means we're going to get staggered here, because, of course, screw me. Right, chat. Well, whilst I do the same thing over and 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 over, on and on and on and on, how's everyone's days going? 50 people watching my luck issue. True. Oh wow, being one-sided by that one. Fun. Yeah, how's everyone's days going? Okay, it's really annoying actually that the block die goes before the counter die. Wow, I would like to win one clash, actually. I'm going back to Bamboo-Headed Kim. You can read the victim books. Yes, you can. Credenza. Books. Choose whoever the hell you like. Ta-da! Good luck with you now. See you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Right, anyway, let's quickly get Bamboo-Headed Kim back, because that was terrible. I'm sure Eugen can be useful to some people, but not to me. Just woke up, you feel absolutely cooked. Ah, that's not good. Hopefully you feel better later in the day. Or, hopefully once you've woken up, you'll feel better. Right. That against you. Okay, we won one clash. We're about to get staggered again. But it's fine, because we've got Unrelenting. How goes the challenge? Decently well. We need to kill these guys, because when we kill these guys, we can then go and do a realization with Malkuth, and if we can do a realization with Malkuth, things get very good for us. Wow, that was an annoying fatal damage mark. +4, -3 thing on Kim. I could do, but everything we've got at the moment is better, I think. Plus healthful for battle ready. Isn't battle ready literally just +1 on clash win? Why would I do that? Just genuinely, why would I do that? This isn't like a bit or anything. I don't know why I would do that. It's just less healing. Battle is drawing more pages at the start of an act. No reason for me to pick that up. Yeah, okay. No, that's, keeping in stride is the healing. Yeah, no, I have no idea why I'd pick up, Battle Ready. I don't think it would help. Yeah, great. It's fine enough. Pretty good, actually. I would like to win. Fuck me, of course. Great, thank you. I didn't want to win a clash anyway. No, of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Why would I want to win a clash? In a specific page to start a comment? No, I don't. I need to win clashes. It's not a case of getting good pages, it's getting lucky. I can repeat this fight as many times as I like, and I can assure you it's not the pages that are going to win it or lose it for me. It is solely a matter of winning clashes. That's all that matters. Like that, see? Ta-da! I refuse adamantly to do battle key page farming. Oh, yeah. Battle. Of course I lose the clash. Why aren't I using Malfaust, of course? Ah, yes, brilliant. So he's pre-script lose every clash, truly. Acupuncture. Slay. There's a decent chance I can win that. Oh, okay. Didn't win both of them, I would prefer to. And of course I get staggered. Thank you, game. Brilliant. Just what I wanted. How do you know? So we're just hoping for it's not hoping for minerals. It's hoping they don't hit max rolls. Because they keep hitting bloody max rolls. I'm not doing battle sigil farming. Frankly. No. Thank you. As unfun as this is, I would prefer to do this than that. I just wish they could stop fucking max rolling. For fuck's sake! It's not even a case of wanting them to mineral. I just... it's not even a case of wanting them to not mineral. Wanting them to mineral. It's me wanting them to not max roll. That's it. Why don't I just... Okay, win the clash there. Didn't win the clash there. We may have to change to a more block-focused one. Because, yeah, we may just have to focus on that. I can't even particularly defend against one particular... particularly twice. I can't even defend against one particular damage type, because they deal all damage types. I mean, I can stop the specific ones that I don't want from hitting me, so I endure Pierce. So if I just allow everyone who's got Pierce prescript, never mind, nobody here's got a Pierce prescript, and they're all going to hit me and there's nothing I can do about it. Well, at that point, fuck you, frankly. Use blockmail. No, that's not really a possibility. Oh, blockmail. There's blockmail too. Right. We go again, and so the wheel of Samsara turns. That's good, actually. That's pretty good too. Do that. We can take some pierce damage because we can resist pierce. Okay, we win at least one of those clashes. We can take that one. I just wish they would stop max rolling. All I want is for them to stop max rolling. It's not even that hard an ask. They just need to stop max rolling. That's all they have to do. That's all they... It's really, it's not that hard. See? That simple. And then they go max roll again. Do singletons have some fucking hidden buff that just always causes them to max roll? I don't understand. I don't understand. That shouldn't statistically occur. Thank you for the donation, Ruina.
Ruina added 59 cents to the
thank you.
Lunacy Fund.
Anyway, that threw me off. Yeah, genuinely, thank you. I wasn't expecting to get a donation. Threw me off mid complaining about getting max rolled against. Okay. I'm gonna put Flashing Strike here to gain more power on them. At which point, Acupuncture against you, maybe? Manifesting for all the enemies to low roll. Thank you. Okay, hold on. They're still max rolling, but they're still max rolling. I think 10 attacks there max rolled. Can anybody do like a statistical look at that? Manifest alone rolls for you. Ah, I see the issue there. That's alright. Maybe it'll work this time. Maybe it'll work this time. Just go on, it'll work this time. Surely. That was a mother. You know what? Screw it. Let's leave it at 10. We've got an unrelenting for a reason. Let's use it. Another max roll. Another max roll. Another max roll. I love this game sometimes. I really love this game sometimes, you know? Just when it decides, actually, you're supposed to be dead now, yeah. Do you know if there's a secret first turn max roll thing? Honestly, at this point, I think that's statistically likely. And I don't think it's the case, I just think it's really, 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 really unlucky. Because I mean, hold on, let me check. Unless they have some singleton thing. In the boost power, no. And then a 35% chance. There's nothing about max rolling there, they just keep getting lucky. This is so stupid. Okay, hold on. We've started max rolling now. Come on. Please, that's not... No, I didn't want to get staggered. Okay, we didn't get staggered there. We still have a chance. Potentially. We got automated movement. Which is good news for us. I'm gonna then... Off at blockade, clash that. Okay. Brilliant. This is fine, at least. Wait, never mind. Our Unrelenting is going to proc on this turn, which means we're dead next. Right, so let me talk about how my day went. I woke up, got some work done. Just in general stuff, you know? Pretty sure I've read the hand, truly, yeah. So I got some work done. Just monotonous stuff. Then I went bouldering. And the bouldering was quite fun. I climbed a few climbs that I wasn't able to before, which I was pretty happy with. And I managed to avoid falling off any walls, which, you know, it's generally a good thing when you don't fall off the wall whilst bouldering. That's the aim most of the time. Hopefully this person hits me for a massive one. Never mind, they got the perfect for my Unrelenting to be utter shit. Brilliant. Yep, that's another max roll. There's the minerals after I'm already at 1 HP. No reason to do automated movement. Fuck you! Thank you, Index. Keep fucking max rolling. Perfect. Perfect. I love it when it does that. Netsec has cap damage. Also, it's on death. So, slight problem with the plan on using an on-death ability when we only have, you know, one Librarian. They tend to not be so effective. Normally the encounter is already over by the time we've died. I mean, most of the time, at least. There's the minerals after it's already too late. Brilliant. Thank you, game. Peak comedy. And that means our Unrelenting is in a shitty place again. Is there anything else you can do? There's nothing else I'd want to do. Because at this point, if we finish the Index, we can do Realization for Malkuth, and as soon as we get Ego Pages, we're done. Not done, but we're on a good track then. Yeah, fuck you too. And then we die because they get another max roll! Thank you! Just what I wanted, game. Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's not even like we can kill them with a gun. Are they particularly weak to anything? No. No, they're not. Which is the unfortunate part. Yeah, fuck you too, game. Another few max rolls, by the way. You know what? I'm this close to holding the maxmin button down purely because I'm sick and fucking tired of them max rolling. It shouldn't happen like this. If they didn't max roll all the time, we'd be done by now. Because, frankly, turning the tables back on them at this point would still be within RNG because of the stupid shit they've been doing. They just basically don't have a low roll. Just ever. Did we beat Molar? Yeah, we've beaten Molar a while ago now. Okay, we've got a high unrelenting health this time, which is good. Automated movement on you. And then clash you with acupuncture. Why did that not clash? Wow, okay, that went poorly. Yep, just keep max hitting me, by the way. Yeah. Okay, finally we're getting to the point where our build has actually, you know, hit its peak. Which means we're of course going to die now, because yeah, fuck me, that's why. Right, okay, let's try another build. Yeah, we could always get persistence. Let's replace the Slay with persistence. Let's see how that goes. Yeah. And then we just hope we don't draw... we draw it immediately. I would really like to win literally any of my clashes, you know? That'd be nice. I've seen the new Miso Ego. Yes, I have. It looks pretty cool, although it seems a little bit too long. And I really should just boundary death. No. No, I won't. Okay, now we persistence. Then we... Of course the persistence actually rolls well. Of course. Brilliant. Why is it already gone? It was supposed to be half chance each time, not just disappears after first use. Great, nice one, Project Man. Nice one. Great one. Great one. Great one. Great one. Great one. Halves on use, by the way, disappears immediately. I don't know why people keep saying, oh yeah, donor abnos will never get met. Why? Why has that ever been a thing? Who has ever said that? Donation abnos are still part of the facility. They're still abnormalities. Doesn't actually print? No, it doesn't. If you bought the sweepers before, no, it does not. Okay, that's... I'll take that, you know? Not winning any clashes, but at least not losing any. If I had it, I'd show you right now, but I don't have it at the moment, so... Ah. Yep. 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 Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. Mm-hmm. 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 Plus they max roll again. Ha! Of course. Fuck me, why not? Okay, that's a good unrelenting proc. Another max roll, by the way. Right. Anyway, as you can see, persistence. Persistence. Upon taking lethal damage, 80% to revive with some HP. This chance is halved each time the character revives. It would be really, really strange for that to, you know, pull a... Well, actually, no, that's not how this card works at all. It just disappears on the first try. That wouldn't make sense. Oh, and of course, that didn't actually clash because fuck me, that's why. Yeah, thank you. I didn't want to win that either. No, you're right. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, fuck you too. I hate that. Why do they max roll so much? Why? Genuinely, why do they max roll so much? I don't understand. Yeah, fuck you too. What's my favorite finger? I quite like the... I think the thumb's the coolest aesthetic. To be honest. Another max roll. Another max roll! Thank you, game! Yeah, fuck you too. I'm definitely not distorting, I'm just annoyed with the game. Another max roll, by the way. Finally. Actually hitting a page. Thank you, game. And then I lose the evade, of course I do. Why does it disappear? It doesn't disappear for the fixers. That's not how it works on fixers. I don't understand. Why does it work like that for the player, but not fixers, the sweepers? Why does it work like that for us, but not them? Double standards. What is this? Double standards. In my Ruina, it's more likely than you'd think. At least I can win those clashes. I can win those clashes, thank you. Can't win that clash, which means I'm about to get staggered again, yes! Thank you, game! Thank you, I literally only had to not get max rolled against once and I would have been fine. Thank you, game. Yeah. Watch my streams I cook. Ah, that's nice. What are you cooking? Oh. Good luck. Never mind. I got max rolled against. Never mind. I'm sorry I said good luck, game. I'm sorry. I know you take that personally. Just some fried rice. Love my content. Oh, thank you. Have you watched the, I mean, the How to Beat Every Stage in Limbus Company isn't really like, I don't think it's that enjoyable of a video, but I am pretty happy with the music choices. I feel like the music choice is the best yet. I'm definitely learning how music works in YouTube videos, I feel. But still, I'm not sure. That would be up to other people to decide, really. Can't really... Oh, max roll? Another max roll, finally? Never mind, that's another max roll. Never mind. I'm sorry I said anything, game. what is Fix a Game? Fix a Game was an old role-playing thing that on the Discord server. Actually, it's still going on. It's just not hosted by me anymore. So if you do want to check it out, then the link is in the pinned comment. Blockade on you. Do I still have health for? I believe I do. Oh, max damage. Max damage again. Please win that evade. Okay, win the evade. We lost a second, but doesn't matter. And we die because, yep, of course. I'm gonna down patch for the next stealth rune stream because Toby nerfed the knight again. How did Toby nerf the knight again? What? Hold on. How did Toby nerf the knight again? Is this... if I look up Delta Rune... Delta Rune patch... Sword Tunnel was already easy. Yeah, no, none of those... That's not the hard... part of it. No. So no, I won't be down patching. Because, yeah, the Sword Tunnel isn't actually the hard part of the Knight's part. Knight's fight? Knight's part, Knight's fight, I portmanteaued it. That's technically a spoonerism, but shh, don't grammatically correct me, I grammatically correct other people. Was the nut. All I can think of whenever anybody asks how was in relation to Undertale is that one stupid Undertale how was the fall animatic. That's the oh. What in the world happened there? And then of course why does my luck just go in moments like that? It's I didn't. Yeah, I'm dead anyway. What? My luck's just like, yeah, you're gonna max roll every time here. Every other one, you're gonna get max rolled against. Thank you, game. Yeah, solid. Very happy with that. Thank you. Really, you couldn't just give everybody average luck. We're gonna talk about how is the night. The difference in microphone quality between the fixes video and these last videos is incredible. That's good. That's good. I'd hope the microphone quality is continually improving in all of these. Because it would be annoying if it wasn't. That's alright, I didn't need... That's alright, I didn't need to do anything but min roll either. Alright, let's go back to Eugen. If +2 power constantly, they'll outroll you. It's not even that. Because I can win clashes, because I also have the +2 power. Because after that, they still keep outrolling me, because they just keep max rolling. Right. Eugen. Margin. Right. Let's see if this will help. So, the thing I need to keep in mind is just don't use counters. That's such a weird thing to see somebody at that low HP. And of course I can still get one-sided by them, which is, you know, that's fun. Actually, no, Overflow does nothing for me. I'd love it if I could win a clash and you could all stop, you know... Stop max rolling! Please! It's that simple! Just stop! It's time to stop. Use counters on punishing bad. True. Yeah, are you using Eugen as well? If you're okay, yeah. So what did you do to beat him with Eugen? Please don't say battle sigils because I'm not doing them. Keep pushing the stone Sisyphus. True. That's that. Yep. True. Let's use Flashing Strike on you. Hold on. Slay again. Okay, hold on. Never mind, we're about to get staggered again. And we don't have Unrelenting, so this is death. This game's prescript was to bully me. Yeah, it really was. Because I died there. For pacify, use swordplay. You don't need singleton because overcome crisis facility. What are you doing? Okay, so Pod, Eugen. Swordplay of the Homeland, really? I need Kim. That would be here. Kim. Doesn't count because he's already attributed, so I need to go here, empty bookshelf, revert attribution. Yeah, there we are. Swordplay. Are you using a different swordplay to what I'm expecting? Because this seems weird. Really, you're spending everything on a +2. Really? Everything on a +2 / dice power? I mean, okay, I'll trust you. We do not have sharp nails. Never mind. Back I go to doing this. You know what, actually, margin isn't that useful at the moment, because we don't actually survive at all. So you know what would be more useful? This. Sitting at 1 Kim Nugget and 1 Eugen Nugget, use these 2 instead of throwing Malkuth with a gun in the blender. Well, I mean, this is only 1 stage anyway, so it wouldn't work. Maybe equip Unrelenting. Unrelenting. How expensive is it? Kim. Where's Kim? Here we are. Unrelenting. Unrelenting, yeah, Unrelenting's good then. Got Lone Fixer, Unrelenting, and I can fit Margin in. Frankly, I don't think the hauls really make much of a difference at the moment, because we're dying too quickly for them to take effect. If we just get staggered anyway, it makes no difference. Okay. Let's go for this. So we have Lone Fixer, which means we need to survive a thing. We've got Margin, we've got Unrelenting. Let's see if this works on them. How do you get sharp nails, out of curiosity? Because if it's not too hard to get, we could get it. Unless it's like something insane, like, you know, just casually beat the entire 8 o'clock circus. Circus. How much of circus? You have to beat the main dude. That's not worth it. Only need to. Yeah, no. Here we go. Round and round. Again and again. That's Mind Hauler, not Health Hauler. We go again. Right, chat? Are there any easy to get battle symbols? Because I will get the easy to get ones, but if any of them are like, you know, go fight Philip, then no. Kindly fuck right off. I forgot to give her cards again. Because I'm not going back to Wedge Office. So yeah, if any of the battle symbols are easy to get, I can go get them. Otherwise, no, we will not be getting them. Slay on you. Acupuncture on Nobody, apparently, because nobody wants to target that die. Thank you. Looks like I'm taking unopposed damage. Another max roll. Brilliant. Thank you, game. And I'm stacking again. Play persistence once an encounter and you get a +3 resist symbol. Really? Okay. Enma. Who? Who in the world is Enma? That sounds like the setup to a Ligma joke. Oh yeah, I just equipped my librarian with Enma. Who's Enma? Enma something. Do you have Enma? Yeah. That would be the setup. Emma. Emma, yeah, god no. Yet again, don't have Emma. Just have the puppet guys. We do not have the circus. If we had the circus... well, if we had the circus, I'd be using circus cards right about now. I'd love if I could win a clash. That'd be nice. No, that's alright. I didn't want to win a clash anyway. What did Hod 2 deserve this? She's the best one. She's the best librarian at the moment. It's a name change for a ship. Fair enough. Doing things for the bit is truly amazing. You have to beat an encounter for it. Oh. How do you activate persist? I guess. Okay. Hello, rats. It's your lucky day. Never mind. I don't think the rats could actually deal enough damage to kill me. Let me do it on these guys. See, why can it auto-equip there, but as soon as you want it to auto-equip further up, it just doesn't. Okay. These poor, poor fools. There we are. Okay, now I wait for them to kill me. So fun throwaway prey for a good joke. True. This guy's going to be able to kill me in 3 turns? I'm honestly not sure. Ah, they're going to be able to kill me in time. Wait, I've still got Unrelenting, which means they're going to have to do that for 2 turns. I don't think... they're going to kill me this turn. Yep, which is fine, because now Unrelenting unprocs, and they've still got a turn left, yeah. So... Great. Time to wake up. Brilliant. Don't know why my... There we are. Okay. Time to brutally murder these people. I do have automated movement, yeah. Right there. This may be overkill. Oh no, it didn't stagger them. I'm new here, you're cool. Thank you. Right, okay, chat. Whilst we do battle symbol grinding, what stories can I tell? Is there anything relevant? I've never died, funnily enough. I think most people haven't died. Well, most people who are alive haven't died before. It generally comes with the whole being alive thing, to be honest. It's pretty par for the course. Oh, I really thought that was clashing. Yeah, so I don't... Okay, I'm trying to think the closest times I've come to death. Like, what's the closest I've ever been to death? I mean, the closest I've ever been to death... Probably... Okay, actually, here we are. 50, it's still 61, actually, unless YouTube's lying to me again. But yeah, so the closest I've come to death was I was out foraging, right? You know, as people tend to. People forage, right? That's a normal thing normal people do. But yeah, so I was out doing that, and there was a 67. Ooh. Yeah, so I was out foraging, and there was it was with like my family, obviously, because I was like a small child, and so my dad and I really enjoyed foraging. So we found this one thing that was supposed to be like, oh yeah, it tastes really nice and it's just this plant thing. And I can't remember what it was supposed to be called. Also, here we are. Yeah. So like, okay, well here's this, let's have it. And I thought it tasted really bitter, and so did my dad. So we took a bite and then we spat it out. And then we did a little bit more research into it, and it turns out it was called something like... The plant we were trying to eat would be something like... Oh god, I think it might... I can't remember what it was called. But the thing that it looked identical to was something called the Lords and Ladies. Which is actually a highly toxic plant. So yeah, it's a good thing that we didn't eat much of it, because otherwise, you know, I probably would have choked to death. But yeah. So that's probably the closest I've come to dying, I'd say. You know. Okay. Back we go to doing this. Clear urban myth receptions 3 times. Well, we need to clear this one anyway, because we need to kill all 3 of them in a single encounter with Hod for another sign. Because yeah, we weren't using Hod at this point in the challenge just yet, so I wanted to go back. Yeah, because I mean the other times, I mean most people have nearly been hit by a car, surely. That's like... That's a fairly common one, you'd expect. I've nearly fallen... Because I do bouldering a lot. So I've nearly fallen off the wall a couple of times, but I probably wouldn't have died. No, I have fallen off the wall a couple of times. The one... I don't think any of them would have killed me. But, the closest I came to it was when I fell. And I managed to just barely, like, push myself away from the wall as I was falling back. Because if I had started to fall down... I need to push myself away. I pushed myself away from the wall before I started hitting holds, because I would have, like, scraped everything across every hold, and it probably would have broken stuff. So I'm glad that didn't happen. But yeah. The no reading moment IRL. No. So the thing with foraging, most people don't realize is, all of the plants look identical. It's the reason why people are told don't eat mushrooms. Because basically every mushroom looks the same, and you'll have one super good tasty mushroom, and then you've got its identical twin, the fuck you die plant. And yeah, that's basically the entirety of foraging. It's a very, very, very dangerous thing to do, to be honest. And unless you've got a guide with you who will be able to tell you, yeah, no, you really shouldn't eat these things. Bad idea too. Okay. Let's just keep killing things. Playing Minecraft watching your stream right now. Ah, that's good. Are you playing modded at all, or just single player? Not single, just vanilla. That's the word. Let's go for repressed flesh on you. Can't afford a slay, but oh well. Oh. Okay, I didn't realize I wasn't clashing that. One lethal poison syringe shroom from Hitman, yeah. Oh yeah, so I've been playing more Noita recently. Single player modded Valkyrian Skies. Oh, I've heard a bit about Valkyrian Skies. I haven't checked it out myself. But yeah. But yeah, so I've been playing Noita recently. Actually, no, back on the topic of nature. So I'm British Australian, right? And I now live in Britain. I moved over when I was quite young. But the thing about Australia is, everything wants to kill you there. Like, you've got the... Like, okay, so in most places you've got, oh yeah, there's a few dangerous animals. Not in Australia. In Australia, even the trees want you dead. That's not a joke, by the way. Eucalyptus trees emit a flammable gas to set themselves on fire. Even the trees want you dead in Australia. Like, that's how insanely deadly it is over there. Like, you've got these spiders that their nesting space is in clothes, and they decay your muscles. So if the poison spreads throughout your body, you just rot from the inside. Like, that's the level of danger Australia's at. It's insane. Best of luck and stuff. Thank you. But yeah, so I'm quite happy over here. We don't have that sort of stuff. What am I... I'm looking for... It's a specific... Here, it was 3... Have we not done 3 things yet? Oh, no, not you. Do we need to do all 3? Okay. It's Australia, yeah. The common joke is that Australia is, where... I think it's... The common joke is Australia is God's testing ground. Or something like that. Which, I mean, I don't believe in God, but I think it's a pretty apt way to describe Australia. Like, I mean, even the cute-looking animal... Koalas will shred you. Their claw... I've held a koala before, right? But if you hold them wrong, and they get, like, upset with you, they will tear you to shreds because their claws have to be really sharp to hang on to trees. So they're just also vicious. Everything is vicious in Australia. Even... Now, you'll think, like, okay, Australia is one of the only places that has, platypi. Right? And you'll think, oh no, that's kind of sad. Platypuses have a paralytic poison. They have claws. They are the only mammal to lay... Well, they're one of the only mammals to lay eggs. What is up with platypi? What are they? Why are they like that? Why? There is no reason. You don't need to be like that. Do you know about the situation in Ukraine? Trying to get... Oh, you live there. Ah. I know a decent amount about what's going on in Ukraine. I mean, a lot of stuff going on in Ukraine. I mean, I hope stuff... well, I hope stuff gets better for you, soon. Because, yeah, things look rough over there. Yeah. Thankfully, I think Zelensky's going back on... Well, he's refixing the, Anti-Corruption Bureau, which, you know, that's nice at least, but still. Yeah. Times seem tough over there, so I hope you're doing well. So, I think you swap out the Hall of the Zwei +1 heal and Lone Fixer. I mean, I've got Lone Fixer already, but what are you suggesting I put in as well, then? Because... So, if I drop Health Hauler, I then get Keeping in Stride. What else do you propose I add for 1 cost? Because, I mean, I'm not really sure. Allies don't die, so there's no reason to pick that up. Just buy a higher deal on stagger damage, not really worth it. I could get Guardian, actually. Guardian might be pretty useful. Oh, never mind. We have too many passives. We've hit that fun point again. Unless we use Eugen, Kim actually has too many passives for us to equip anything else. Social life in the community raising. I hope you keep doing these challenges, believe in your success. Thank you. I plan on keep doing these for a while now. I am not going to stop, even if YouTube stops recommending these things to people, but I hope YouTube won't. I mean, judging by the amount of people on the stream, YouTube doesn't seem to be cutting me off just yet. But yeah, I mean, actually, the LobCorp Eagle this video is beginning to accelerate in views, which is insane. I don't understand how it's actually increasing. And if I knew it would do so well, I'd probably have tried to get a better mic before it rather than after it. Because it's really weird to listen back to that and go, wow, my mic was not good quality there. Oh, I wasn't even clashing that then. Oh no, I'm clashing this. Let's see if the added stagger will help a bit. I mean, if they stop max rolling. Do working part for Vacuum Skies Minecraft, they're called Contraption Vacuum Space War. Oh, that's cool! I really like Space Engineers. Space Engineers 2 doesn't seem to be... I mean, Space Engineers 2 is kind of being worked on at the moment, but Space Engineers is cool. I do like Space Sandbox games. Like that and Space Station 13 and 14 I quite like. Those are good. Good games. Wow, okay, everybody has decided to go Will of the Prescript here. So that I can play something now. You're on Blue Ensemble. That checks out. That does check out. I'm still here. The Yesod core. The Yesod core suppression was peak. I'm so happy with that. Because I can... I'm not sure if I have... Do I have my own channel emotes? I do have my own channel emotes. Look at that. For anybody who is a member in the chat, I'm not sure how many people are members in the chat, you can use the wonderful emotes that we have as part of the channel, if I quickly just click all of them, just to show you what we have. Ta-da! All of the emotes. Wonderful emotes. Very happy with them all. Even if a lot of them are incomprehensible. Well, I mean, some of them aren't incomprehensible. Like, I mean, the wheel and the audio jungle don't make sense. Those are the only two that don't really make sense. But yes, if you happen to be a member, you can use those. I should probably add more. I mean, if anybody has any ideas for more, I'm happy to add them. If they're relevant to the streams, then yeah. Oh, also, actually, hold on. Can I minimize stuff? I want to show something off. Alright, get away. Nah, I can't minimize the window. Otherwise, I'd show you all the brilliant background I have. It's the thumbnail for the new video. That's now the background of my computer because Kiwi is amazing at art, and I'm so happy she makes thumbnails for me, frankly, because I'm not very good at making thumbnails. So I'm really happy that she still makes them for me. It has +4 stagger resist more than came with the staggering still an issue. Okay, that might be useful to try then. In the max roll emote. Yeah, max damage actually would make a fitting emote. Okay, let's quickly try Eugen. We do need to... Well, no, we don't use swordplay. So... Lone... Oh, I do actually have to say, on the topic of people watching, we recently hit 3,000 subscribers, which I'm actually pretty happy about. It's been a little bit slow of late because I've been making non-Project Moon content, but I'm planning on going back to Project Moon content a lot more, so it should, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to reach 5,000 by the end of the year. That's my hope, that's my dream. I would be very happy. Or, ideally, we can make it by Christmas, as like a... I mean, that wouldn't be an early birthday present at that point, that would just be a birthday present at that point. But still, that'd be pretty cool. To be able to say 5,000 subscribers. Oh. looks like we lost the encounter. But yeah, things have been going well. Let's slay the bunch there. It may be worth it to get more block dice, potentially. Oh, no stagger. Okay, maybe the stagger does make a difference. How did we happen? Okay, so that's just a bug that can happen. It's another Project Moon code moment, really. Oh. Okay, great. I would have loved an evade, but this is fine too. Please don't stagger me. You need Creek. Okay. I'll pick up Creek. Your judgment of fake cards from each Project Moon game is Netsack, Argalia, and Ahab. Decent reference. Okay. My favorite main character has to be Roland. Just because I think the way he's written is perfect. That's actually, I'm writing a series of video essays now, because you might not realize it, but each of these tracks are actually their own little storyline, which is quite cool. So just to explain them all. So, you know how you have Lulu down here? So the way these link is they link with the stories themselves, they form coherent arguments for certain things, but additionally the statuses themselves form coherent arguments for things, which I find quite cool, because there's a lot of interlinking there. So the point at the start of the game is to initialize all the themes about stuff, and now one of these comes from Lulu. Now, Lulu's theme that Lulu brings up, Lulu is the first person we see that has burn, right? And they're the first person to show the idea of caring for someone else. Basically, it's love. And Roland says specifically, it's a bad idea in the city to get attached to someone. Which, of course, he'd say, you know, the whole situation going on with Roland. We don't know that, of course. But the thing that's really cool is, you then see this burn thing get carried on to Philip. And then Philip is the second burn person to take on the idea of love and caring for other people. And now the interesting thing here is, he, rather than having the passion of Lulu, is, he instead is more of a coward and he runs away. But the interesting thing is, that gets brought back here and he realizes that he's harming the people he cares for. And so it really interestingly takes this idea of love that we've got here, of a futile thing, and he redeems himself for caring for people and begins to manifest from it. But because of his insecurities with manifesting it, he begins to distort, obviously. But then the really, really interesting thing is, you then see all those themes that have been brought up by them, by Lulu, and by Philip, and you see them get carried on over here with Zhao. And then, of course, Zhao, also being Burn, also in the Burn track, this sort of thing, takes on this idea of love and takes on caring for other people. But rather than giving up on the idea of caring for people and, you know, looking selfishly like the previous characters have done or failing to achieve their goal, Zhao begins to manifest and actually firmly states their opinions. And the really cool thing is, that disproves the thing that Roland says all the way back here about, oh yeah, there's no point feeling attached for somebody else in the city because everything will always fall to dust, and shows the Zhao that although love may be a burning, consuming emotion, you know, like the entire track has been, all of it being burn, it can also be used for good. It can also warm the soul. And I love it. I love the way that links. And the cool thing is, each one of the tracks has something like that. So in here, in Lovetown's track, this is all the thing about free will and fairness, because you'll see down here, or somewhere in here, Angela starts by stating, oh yeah, everybody coming to the library is coming of their own free will, right? You know, it's, oh yeah, everybody who done this, everybody who's gone to the library, everybody who's died here, I don't have to care about them because they've signed the track of their own free will. And now you start with Molar Office to initialize the argument, and Molar Offices is, well, they have to do it to escape. They're using it to escape. And you can say, okay, they could have just stayed in the train. That wasn't really under their control. They still had free will over that. Then you get to Gay's Office. Gay's Office is in a predatory contract with the people here, Mr. Lawyer, whatever his name is. So they're sort of forced. They're bound by contract. But, you know, they still knew what they were doing. They were doing it out of their own greed. You can feasibly excuse that. You can kind of go, okay, they've partially got free will. And then you move on to Lovetown, and Lovetown is an interesting one, because rather than going situationally to go, maybe you're being unfair, Lovetown shows people who have a reduced sort of control. They've got a childlike mentality. They're not really in control, because they're being ordered by someone else. And the really cool thing about this is, I believe, from memory, Angela begins to crack here. Only copious of time, I didn't break down, doesn't mention it, but, no, actually, it's at the start, she gets upset because it's, I'm not going to skip through the whole of that, because she's like, well, they didn't really have control. You begin to see her facade crack, and now, so that's the sort of, you know, crack in the armor of the argument right there, and then you move on to the puppets, and now the puppets are really cool, because she goes, they have no control. They've got no control over their actions. But because they've signed the contract, Angela would say, oh, it's fair. They've chosen of their own free will to do that. Therefore, I'm abstained of guilt. But that's not how it is with the puppets. And this is the point where she changes her mind. And this is really cool, because what the game has done is it's taken this broad statement about everybody is free of their own actions, reduces it down to the very, what if there are literal puppets? Do literal puppets have control over their own actions? No, of course not. So then what it does from there is it builds back up. So then it goes from the puppets, it then goes to, I believe it goes to W Corp? Then, so W Corp has to do it because otherwise W Corp will go under, they'll lose their jobs, they'll die. And you can see here, no, it doesn't go, it goes from that to, hold on. Breath base. This is the point where my memory begins to fail me on the game, so let me just, pull up the Tifreth database. So, here you can see, here, yeah, W Corp. W Corp has to do it because they'll be fired and they'll die in the back streets, right? So, that's beginning to abstract it back out, which is getting to the point where it's like, okay, they're not in control of that either. That's still out of their control. They're forced to do that. Then you go to Kane Office. Kane Office has yesterday's promise. It's being abstracted out again. Sure, not all of them are being forced. Not all of them will die if they don't follow, but one of them will. Therefore, it's still not acting by their own free will. And then you see it again with RCorp. And you see how this argument has gone from people are in control of their own actions, everybody coming to the library has done so of their own free will, which gets abstracted down to its purest form. Angela concedes, okay, people aren't always in control of their own actions. And then you see built up layer by layer from that purest abstraction to the point where it's like, actually, it's wrong. It's wrong to say that everybody is always in control of their own actions. Because they're not. They're fundamentally not. Which I really like as a track, because every single one of these is an argument like that. Yet again, because over here you've got, is it better to be ruled by someone else or to make your own choices? Because you've got, look, Carnival. Carnival is under control of somebody else. Same with the Kurokuma clan. Then you've got the Sweepers, they're doing it for family, but they're still ultimately under control. You then move on to the Index Proselytes, the literal people that give up all free will to other people. You've then got the Thumb. The entire point of this track is to show how following someone else blindly, literally blindly in the case of the Index, leads to misery. Even when you try making your own way, still there. Then you've got this track. Now, this track is... I can't quite remember what this track is. If you'll excuse me. I wrote this down in a Google Doc. So let me just quickly find the Google Doc to see what this one was about. I believe... Okay, no, I remember now. This one is coping with tragedy. This one was coping with when something happens, how do you resolve with it? Because it's all about, like, smiling faces turn to abusing stuff. You then have Blue Reverberation, which is Smoke Office, obviously. It's people, which is also here, the Gears, they've given up their free will because they find it, miserable to exist. Same with the Musicians. The Musicians turn to insanity rather than coping with the strain. And you eventually get to the point where you end up with the Red Mist and the Purple Tear, who are both examples of you really shouldn't turn to annihilation as a way to resolve with suffering. You should instead focus on your own strength. So it's quite cool that, yeah, each of these 4 tracks have their own. Burn shows it's actually right to care about people. This one shows your actions are always going to affect other people. This one shows you should focus on your own strength rather than turning to escapist methods. This one is all about you really shouldn't, delegate your actions. So whereas this one is, this one on the right is you shouldn't take other people's free will. This one focuses on you shouldn't give up your own free will to other people. And what's really cool is that's the one book. That's the one true book. The one true book doesn't exist. The one true book is the process of realizing how to be human, which is rather cool because that ties into the whole Confucian ideals of humanity isn't a state of being born, humanity is a state of attaining the virtues. So the entire point of, literally for the sake of Angela, becoming more human is this developing of the virtues, and it's the process of light as well. It's breaking down all the old ideals that we get introduced to here and reinforcing, no, this is the way things should be. this is the proper nature of things. And that's why the realizations happen through here, because it's as you gradually progress and realize things, it's the characters reflecting, Angela and Roland specifically, reflecting on their own traumas and going, no, this can't, my action, I must be right, 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 I must be right. And then them getting fought and then realizing through that defeat, they take a moment to reflect on their own, you know, beliefs and go, well, we've seen now from the city, that's not right. None of that is true. My old beliefs were wrong. Which then culminates in, obviously, you've got Hannah Association, and then you've got Black Silence, all the stuff that happens there. And eventually, Angela realizing the really cool part, she doesn't need to be a flesh human. She doesn't need to be truly... Because to be truly human is to live with the virtues. So she becomes human at the end by giving up the light, by not being selfish with it, by giving that back to the city. She ends the game more human than she started, while still being a robot. Which is quite cool. Anyway, that's let's get back to the game. That's just, I really like, I think Ruina is, I would argue it's my second favorite story of any video game. But that's the reason why I really like Roland. And I really like Angela as well, because Roland and Angela are at the nexus of this massive tapestry of stories, because they're the people that initialize it, and then they're the people that go through this massive journey throughout the thing. And I love it. I love it so much. But yeah. So I'm planning on doing a... video essay on each one of the tracks. So I'll start with Burn, then I'll probably go to this one, and then here and here. But yeah. I quite like that. Anyway, back to this. Back to the challenge. What happens when a Project Moon fan learns to read True? Yeah, why am I focusing on trying to clear the index? So, the reason I'm going to clear the index first is because if we get the Book of the Index, we get here. This one clears, which allows us to do the realization for Malkuth. And being able to do the realization for Malkuth allows us to get ego pages allow us to clear everything quicker. So that's why I'm aiming for the index at the moment. Even though I'm not quite sure the correct way to do it. Anyway, Crusade, did you say you had, you said creaking, right? I got a little bit sidetracked. I've probably spelled creaking wrong there. Is it just creak, or... Is it creak or creaking? Let me check. Because it is just creak. The problem is it's not slash. I mean, they're still pretty good, to be honest. Let me try... I'll try replacing... two slays with a they kind of roll the same though. Actually, no, that block on the end is actually going to help us a lot, I think. But anyway, I could ramble about this game for hours. It's just, it's so well written in a way that I think a lot of Project Moon fans don't realize. No fault to them of their own, because I've really only come to that conclusion from. I saw initially the through line with Burn, and then I began to, through discussion with other people, and they, you know, discussing their things like parts of stories they liked. Like, oh, I really like how this ties into this example. I begin to look out for, oh, okay, so that track there can be seen to, you know, it has the through line. And I begin to go, well, surely that's through the rest of the game. And then I begin to look at the other tracks and go, okay, well, you can see the through line there and there and there. And just through discussing with other people, which I think is a thing that this community kind of lacks a lot of the time, just discussion with other people allowed me to see what the game was presenting, which I really, that's why I there's a bunch of, I mean, if I pull up the Discord, there's like, God, how many channels are there for discussion? Like, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 different channels for discussion, purely because I want people to discuss it more, and I like discussing it too. So in my free time, I'll go into those channels and I'll discuss. Purely because I think that more discussion needs to be had about these games to really be able to appreciate the message being done. But yeah. It makes me sad when people have one way they think the game is presenting things, and then refuse to acknowledge that any other ways may be partially true. That makes me kind of sad. Because I think so much of the beauty of this game comes from discussing it with other people and being able to grasp these literary themes through the eyes of other people, that I just find it sad the amount of people that just shut other people down. But, yeah. Do some role and lore on Orlando Furioso. I really like the stuff they work in with Orlando Furioso and Orlando in Memento. People don't really know so much about Orlando in Memento, but it's quite cool the way that's the pre-story of this. That's the whole story of Roland falling in love with Angelina. Because that's a love story compared to Furioso, which is a heroic ballad. Which is quite cool. Yeah. The source... Project Moon is really good at taking from source materials. Honestly, it's... yeah. You could probably do an entire literary thesis on Project Moon's games, to be honest. Wasn't Orlando in Memento? Orlando in Memento was a love story that was written about... God, it was Orlando, his cousin, someone else, and... Olivier. You don't think that's the name? I feel like saying it's the name. Hold on, let me look it up. What would it be? It would be Orlando... it would be Paladin Literary Works. There's Orlando... Sorry. Innamorato. Not Innamento. Orlando... Let me pull this up. Orlando... I mean, I could just... Yeah. Orlando Innamorato, and then Orlando Furioso. Orlando Furioso is the more famous one because it's the... I mean, yeah, it's an epic poem. But it's another epic poem, but it's romance. Yeah. So if I just quickly pull this out. Who's in this? Yeah, there's Angelina, all this sort of stuff. It's quite cool. It's also got Charlemagne. Because Charlemagne is obviously the famous king that all the paladins follow. Yeah, it's unfinished, and then it's continued in Orlando Furioso. But yeah, it's quite cool. I do like it. I like the way it draws from things, the game. We've got unlucky here. If we had automated moving, we'd be set here, but we don't. So we can actually get mind SP back here. Which is a shame. The Wedge Office curse is over. Yeah, we finally managed to defeat it. Immamorato. I need to remember to say that right. Do we have Unrelenting on you? No, we don't. Okay, we'll have to return to title then. But yeah, I really like... There's a lot... So, another thing that a lot of people don't seem to get is Manifestation and Distortion. Now, I really like Manifestation and Distortion because it's all a massive... if you know the... it's the psychiatrist and philosopher Carl Jung. Now, he has some really interesting works on the psyche, and the main thing he focuses on in his works is the idea of a shadow. And this shadow is sort of a representation of the core, the worst parts of you, the worst ideas of you. And this shadow it pressures you into capitulating to these bad ideas by like, no, that's your, because the shadow is yourself, it's your own mind, but it's you going, no, all these bad habits, these are me, these are the true me. And Jung argues that giving into the shadow is the ultimate moral death and results in, you becoming a terrible person. But if you resist the shadow and resist the allure of believing, oh yeah, this is who I truly am, then that's how you become a better person as a result of it. And now, the interesting way that's resolved is in Project Moon, because rather than capitulation to the shadow and resisting the shadow being these abstract ideals, that becomes distortion and manifestation. So, the idea of a shadow in PM's world is currently being taken up most commonly by Carmen, but you see it really interestingly being taken up in other places, like, for example, it's nothing there. Nothing there takes the place of Callie's shadow before Callie manifests. Because what Callie does, and what everybody who's manifesting does, is they resist the shadow. They say the shadow is wrong. The believing in the worst parts of myself isn't the correct way to go about things. This isn't believing that, like, for example, to take Philip, believing that, oh, this cowardliness, all this running away from things, that isn't me. I need to resist against that. I need to become a better person. Or just, my ideals aren't that. That's not who I am. I'm going to move away from those. That is, you know, yeah, that's what manifestation is. But then you see in other people who end up distorting, they're giving into the shadow, they're capitulating to the shadow. For example, Heathcliff. Heathcliff goes, I'm worthless, I'm a dog. Everything everyone was ever saying about me, that's who I am. Those worst parts of me, they're right. And that results in distortion. So yeah, you can see this Jungian idea of the shadow and like that whole sort of stuff being reflected in a physical form of distortion and manifestation. Yeah, I quite like it. And you do have this whole ego is brought up a lot, because ego is obviously... not obviously. Ego in Latin means self. Ego is I. Ego sum. I am. That's just... Yeah, anyway. So you have then ID, which is the idea of... Ego... ID is someone else's ego. Ego is your own ego. Superego is... God. It's been a while since I've read... Jekyll and Hyde. God, what's superego? Superego's something else. But yeah, you see this whole system of, well, ego is self, but so ego gear is the manifestation of yourself. But IDs, equally, whilst we think of ID as identity, what you're doing is you're wearing somebody else's ID. You're taking on their ID in the sense of ego and superego. Isn't it the collective? Superego, yeah, I think that's what superego is. But yeah, and you see this, the corrosion of wearing ego gear is because you're wrapping your own ego, your own self, in someone else's ego. And then their ego begins to become your own. Your own ego begins to become erased by this corrosion, which then leaves your sense of self to vanish. Which is what abnormalities are. Abnormalities are your ego being overwritten by someone else's. And it's, I really like it. It's very clever. It's all, yeah, genuinely, I could talk about it for hours. I am talking about it for hours. But yeah, no, it's also cool. I love it so much. Triumph Gamer getting peak thinking. I yap a lot. I do yap a lot. But yeah, no, I think it's pretty cool. Because the great thing about Project Moon 2 is you can enjoy the games without knowing all of this. The games themselves are still written really well, but for anybody who does end up doing this, you know, look just slightly below the surface, there's an entirely different way to view the games that's presented up. And yeah, I think that's really cool. And I think more games should be like that. Even though it would be hard for more games to be like that, but I would like to see more games that did stuff like that. No stagger there, brilliant. Alright, still 55 people think everyone likes listening. Yeah, I'm happy for that. Yeah, more than Vigilius. Okay, one thing I did actually want to do was a talk about the accuracy of Limbus Company to the Divine Comedy. Because the Divine Comedy is really interesting. It's very funny, even though it's not supposed to be, because it's a Christian self-insert, which makes for very funny reading. Also, we got staggered there. Wait, we don't have injury. That's fine. But it's really interesting the way that the game reflects that, because even you can actually see, obviously, Selva Obscura is the closest to Dante's Canto we've got, so it's the closest to the events of the book. But the really cool thing is the broad things of the game actually reflect, if I quickly, hold on, get up, Dante's Inferno map. Here are, hold on. I'd like to get the full image, because it actually has some interesting parts of it. Open image in new tab. Okay, you'll have to ignore Reddit. It's the best I've gotten. This doesn't have any explanations on it. God. Why can't I get a good map of Dante's Inferno? Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Go away. Oh, yeah. Sadly, we have to settle for Reddit again. But you'll see each of these different layers actually reflect different parts of the game itself. You've got Limbo. So you've got the woods. That's Silver Obscura. You've got the Indifferent, which is Rhodia and Gregor. You then move... So Indifferent is Gregor, obviously. Rhodia is in Limbo. She refuses to accept her feelings, which Limbo for Dante is the people who refuse to accept God. So they get stuck in Limbo forever. Then you've got the Lustful. Think about the massive icon of lust that we see, which is obviously Chroma. You then have 4, the Gluttonous, people who are ravenous for praise, which is Dongre. The entire thing is about gluttony, and, you know, you also have Avaricious and Prodigal there. But this is more moving into Canto 5, which is quite interesting, because then you've obviously got, yeah, all that. Wrathful. But here's the cool part. Wrathful is obviously Heathcliff's. Heathcliff is all about wrath. The entire thing is about hurting people. But the really, really cool thing that I like is here's the Walls of Dis. Now, the Walls of Dis are the walls of Hell's Gate. The really cool thing about the Walls of Dis in Dante's Inferno is that Virgilius has to step in, and actually he basically declares at the gates, let us in. God has declared us, you know, divine passage here, and he steps in and actually properly... he calls down an angel to help get through. And what happens in Canto 6? Virgilius steps in and fights away the Wild Hunt. You've got there that linking that we are still going through Inferno here, even though it doesn't directly look like Dante's Divine Comedy, because we've got, you know, these other stories going on. You've still got that broader Divine Comedy going on. And then you've got immediately after the Walls of Dis, you've got heretics, you've got false believers, which is that whole thing about the Blood Fiends. They are basically false believers. Then you've got this whole, like, you've got violence, you've got betrayals, which is a lot of what that is. But also really interestingly here is, you've got, at this point, the desert, which anybody who doesn't keep this is the desert for people who have committed violence against themselves or against society. They have to keep moving, because if they stop moving, they burn. Now, what character do we have that we know is really, really heavily linked to burning? It's Ryoshu. So, you've got here this whole thing about the burning, which is very heavily tied into Hellscreen, the whole idea of, I mean, all of Ryoshu's stuff is focused around burn, because obviously Yoshihide's daughter gets burnt after he finishes his Picture of Hell, which is happening there. And so you can sort of make predictions. So here you've got Pandora, Seducers, and Flatterers. Think about what character we have that's really closely linked to that. Flatterers, you know, Otis. Stuff like that. You've got, I mean, I'm not sure where Maso fits into this, but hypocrites, thieves, stuff like that, and then finally traitors. And now the really cool thing is this finishes off Inferno. So the question is there going to be a traitor at the bottom point here, the bottom of Hell? Because in Dante's Divine Comedy, this is the devil himself. The devil himself is frozen here, and then he's got 3 heads, and he's biting Pilate, Judas, and Brutus are the 3 people he's torturing there. So, yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see, do we find more about the leadership of the city here? Is there going to be somebody being punished there who is seemingly at the head of it all? Are we going to meet... I mean, we might meet the head, we might... Not the head, we might meet the head of Limbus Company, we might meet maybe the Purple Tear again. Because the Purple Tear, which is really interesting here, to bring it up, the reason why I think we might meet the Purple Tear here is because in Silver Obscura, we have... It's the 3 people are sent by the devil to scare Dante away from his pilgrimage. You have... It's the wolf, the blah blah blah, and the blah blah blah, and Virgilius scares them off. Yeah, Lucifer is in the bottom of the traders. So, the really cool thing is, those animals were sent by the devil up there, right? So, what that means is, the people that were sent by the Purple Tear here to scare us off from our journey through Inferno might be the same as in the story. We might end up meeting the Purple Tear here for a fight. And then, obviously, you've got cool things, because then you go from Hell... in the Divine Comedy, you go through Hell, and then Purgatorio, is on the other side here, and then Purgatorio is where you're cleansed of sin. And this is the cool part I also like in the way that's reflected throughout Limbus' story. Here, the journey through Inferno isn't actually the freedom from sin. The journey through Inferno is revealing the sins, and these are the punishment for the sins. And now think about that in relation to the cantos we've gotten. In every single canto, nobody's ever achieved their wish. We've only ever been introduced to their wish. We've only ever been introduced to what their main sin is. Their problem, the thing that they want to resolve. Which is what heaven does. Paradisio. But the thing through Purgatorio is the movements towards the cleansing of sin, the movements towards resolving yourself of those big problems. Which is really cool then. Here's the initialization of the problems. That's what we're seeing now. Purgatorio will be the beginning to remove some of those problems, and then Paradisio will be the actual final reward, the end of the journey. But yeah, anyway. So Limbus Company is actually quite accurate to the Divine Comedy. Even if it doesn't appear to be accurate to the Divine Comedy, it really is. Which I quite like. Anyway, this is supposed to be a Ruina stream, not a Limbus stream, so let's get back to this. There's a certain level of stream where I stop paying attention to the challenge at hand and start just, going off on random rambles about the way these games are brilliantly written. But yeah, okay. Yeah, I think Limbus has some problems with combat, but its story is on point. Its story is very cool. And it does make me sad the combat is slightly lacking, because I really don't want Limbus to die before we get to the end, because there's so many cool things that the story can look into, that the story can't look into if Limbus dies. When will Vigilius appear next time? The next point Vigilius really appears is at the bottom of Hell, from memory. Because it's the point where he begins to help Dante with the Ascent. But yeah, the only real-time Vigilius... Because Vigilius... This is the difference between... Vigilius in the Divine Comedy is actually far more involved with Dante. He's actually a guide. So, funnily enough, the guide is a guide. So it is interesting to see a far more hands-off Vigilius, because our Vigilius is quite cold compared to the Vigilius we know from the story. But the really interesting thing is, Vigilius in the Divine Comedy is doing it because he wants to meet his... I think it's somebody he... I can't quite remember, but it's somebody he has a fondness for. It's an angel, and he can't be with the angel because he was a pagan. He's stuck in limbo forever, and he helps God out because he's virtuous, but he can't ever actually go to heaven because he never accepted God during his life. That's the whole Dante mythos about heaven there, which the interesting thing is we see in here, the thing that Vigilius wants out of... It's, they're both based from the same thing. Yeah, they're both from the Divine Comedy. The thing that Vigilius, in ours, wants is to be able to get Lapis back again, and Garnet. So it's searching for the metaphorical angel, but it's shown differently. It's shown this time as Vigilius having a wish, rather than simply something he's going to get as a reward for being a guide. Yeah, it ties in quite nicely. We need to reset that because we're going to get one-sided about 1 billion times. But yeah, it's quite cool. Quite cool. There's a lot of... When you do... They do a really good job of making the classical literature come to light, and they represent it really well. I'm actually kind of excited for... So Masou isn't really my favorite character. I don't particularly like how absent from the story is, but I'm really interested to see how they adapt whatchamacallit? L'Étranger. Because the entire point of L'Étranger is Masou coming to grips with the idea of nihilism. Because he gets convicted for a crime that he really shouldn't have been, and so he realizes, oh, nothing in life matters, why should I care about anything? Which is kind of the opposite of what Limbus Company is about. Limbus Company seems to be more heavily about developing good values, so I'm curious to see how they're going to do that. The really cool thing, actually, to bring it up... So one of the major themes of L'Étranger is obviously the sun. He's oppressed by the sun. It's constant, you know, it's always there throughout. When his mother died, the sun was there. And it's what eventually leads him to killing the Arab man he does on the beach, because the sun is in his eyes, that it's constantly oppressive. And what's the character we see most heavily referred to as the sun throughout the entire Olympus Company? That's right, it's Carmen. And which one of the characters has the highest link to distortions and all that, the whole dealing with distortions, dealing with the sun? Musou. So it's really cool that Musou has this, it's already being set up, these links to Carmen, these links to the sun. And the question is he going to distort? Is he going to give in to the sun like he did in Le Changeur? Or is he going to reject the sun and take a different path? Because another interesting thing is, Musou is the only character in the entire Limbus Company cast that has a different initial quote to their book. In Le Changeur, Musou says, "Yesterday mother died," or perhaps it was yesterday. Now, the difference between that and Limbus Company is in Limbus Company, it's "Yesterday I killed mother." Or perhaps no. "Today I killed mother," or perhaps it was yesterday. And that really changes it. Because in The Outsider or La Changeur, the mother is quite a central focus of him looking back, and that's what he gets convicted of. He gets convicted of a lack of, like, empathy towards his mother's death. So it's interesting to have that twist of the character that was there initially as somebody he doesn't feel remorse for, he's now ended up killing in this version, which presents quite a different view on the way his story will take. So if they're changing that, who knows what else they'll change. But yeah, it's quite cool. I do like the way they're doing stuff. Honestly, The Outsider is my favorite bit of classical literature, so I'm really excited to see how they use it here. Okay, I think it might be worth us grabbing Unrelenting here. Honestly, just for a little bit extra survivability. If Musou accepts nihilism, would that be a distortion or manifestation? Actually, you've got a good point there. The distortion is him killing the Arab man. The distortion is giving into the sun. But the final thing when he's in jail, that he realizes his own belief that nothing matters. And his own belief that nothing matters is what matters for manifesting. It's getting over the sun. That's quite cool. I didn't think about that before. That might actually be something they do. Musou might actually end up manifesting for a bit. I'm assuming he won't manifest forever. So that would be rather interesting. Based Musou getting even stronger. But yeah, no, I hadn't thought about that before. That's rather cool, actually, yeah. That could be the way it goes. What was it? Ah, yes, I was going to put Unrelenting on here. Because Unrelenting rather than... How expensive is Unrelenting? Never. Actually, you know what might help? Rather than all of these, if I get rid of Puppet Blockade for the Fixer card, that might help. Not Fixer. I keep calling them Fixers. It's Sweeper. When you see a lot of violence, death, become numb to these feelings. Yeah. Another cool thing about Musou that's actually quite interesting to consider is Musou Chains of Others is normally I believe it's a... Hold on, let me check this. This is actually kind of important to the argument. Chains of Others. Wiki.gg. Chains of Others normally is a Pride. Yes, it's normally Pride. I'm fairly certain, at least. That's the color of Pride. But the interesting thing is, when Chains of Others is used in Canto 6, it's Gloom. Which is actually quite an interesting thing to see, that we're beginning to see some of his emotions there. Even though it's only in the background, he's not actually showing off his emotions, because that's not his character. They're still there. There's still more on show. But yeah. It's quite cool. Is it Gloom because it's important? I reported it and it hasn't been changed. Apparently several people have reported it and it hasn't been changed, so it's not a bug. It is purposeful. They've made the decision to make that pride. But yeah, it's... I'm looking forward to it. It's the only part of Limbus Company that lets it down is the combat. If it wasn't for the combat and the leveling system, Limbus Company would be utter peak. It would be brilliant. But the combat is dull. And the way to get IDs really isn't good, and power creep is just, you know, slowly throttling the game. We need more one costs, I think. Because this is getting to be a problem. Can't exclude chains of others a bug. It has not been resolved. So no, it's not. It's not been resolved even after several people have messaged them to say, yeah. Because the reason I read the title beating Ruina with only one hand. You know, the funny thing is you're the second person to join the stream and say that. Release game better than gacha game. Yeah, that's ultimately that is the case. Because it is just the balance. Okay, we really need more one cost cards. Green Chains of Others was a bug. If it was a bug, why did it never get fixed? Oh, not you. You. Because I'll concede if it's a bug if you know for a fact it's a bug, but if it hasn't been fixed, like in this stack compilation, yeah. What am I looking for? Another one cost. Wait, more one costs, please. Maybe rather than acupuncture, because acupuncture is nice. It does give us light back. The light is kind of worth it. Even if it might be nicer to... You know what? Let's try Desperate Struggle. Is that a terrible idea? That's a terrible idea. Let's get one of those and then acupuncture for the rest. They said it in the patch notes, really? Then why has it never been changed? Because, I mean, if it was a bug, you'd expect it to get changed eventually, right? Project Moon's... I mean, there's a lot of errors in places, but generally they're pretty good about fixing bugs. Strike on you. Acupuncture on you. Hoops nuclear applies 47. Close. That's close. Ow. Oh wow. We actually won one. Then we got max damage to, you know, go from there, but still. And yeah, it could have been a mistake to begin with, and then they just liked the connotations it had. And that wouldn't be problematic exactly. That's an entirely fair way to do things, to be honest. It's annoying we've run out of stuff, and I'd rather not use persistence just yet. Because I still think we can not get staggered here. Oh, actually, we might get staggered here. Yeah, I probably should have used persistence then. Yeah, because we're about to die there. Actually, even if I'd used persistence, I probably would have died there. One extra automated movement. Yeah, maybe. Rather than... potentially rather than repressed flesh, maybe, because repressed flesh rolls nice, but it might be better to have an automated movement. Actually, rather than that, let's get an automated movement. This is still... it's pretty expensive. I don't really have the light regen to deal with this, but it should help. Oh, they took so long to fix Super Sinclair trick encounters and similar. That... I don't think that's been fixed. That still happened in recent time. I mean... from memory, that happened to, Welvader. Welvader? I've asked this question before and I've forgotten again. Because it happened to them when they were fighting, Chachu. Ow. Please don't stagger me. Brilliant. Lord Vader. I'm not sure if they want to be called that. Lord Vader. Not my name! That's going to go first. That might stagger us, actually, which is unfortunate, because we were so close to having a good one. Never mind. I mean, that's annoying. I would have liked that evade to go against more, but... Oh, well. Oh, we're going to get staggered here, then. That evade had to go against more. Second part of this fight is the first one too hard. We will have ego by then. You just need to do this first part to get ego. On Malkuth. Extract fuel. We could put extract fuel. Maybe after a bit. I'm gonna gamble with... I'm not gambling with Boundary. Gambling with Boundary. We just got unlucky there, to be honest. If the 6 roller had hit us first, we would have been fine. Wow, we are, That's fun. Right. Let's try that. Wow. We dealt damage to ourselves and still didn't do anything. Staggered there. Like the Calamity music for good luck charm. That's a fair argument. Okay, let me check the extract fuel. That's better than Desperate Struggle, to be honest. Okay. We still need to beat the realization. That's true. But apparently it shouldn't be too hard, hopefully. Already HP even faster. Look, the problem is the stagger, not the HP. That's the real problem here. Rest Flash. We'll trigger against you next. No, it won't, because we already have a block, so there's really no point in doing that. Freak and then extract fuel against you. That's good. That's pretty good. And then we reduce the damage from that. That's annoying, but fine, because it's Pierce. So we endure it, regardless. Really annoying, but... decently difficult? Okay. Yeah, compared to Wedge. Compared to Wedge, it should be fine. Right. Automated movement. Extract fuel is more useful against them, I think. Please. Oh. Oh. Why? And I'm about to min roll every other die. Yeah, look at this. Watch this. Oh. Okay. No max rolls against me either? What fight am I dreading the most? Crying children. Oh. Okay, that's annoying, but we still have the counter. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we're dead there. Things were going so well for a moment there, and then they weren't. And they weren't going well. I don't think we're going to make it to Shased's realization, frankly. You guys are thinking a little bit too far ahead there, I think. Got a creak on you, and acupuncture on you. Ow. Please stop doing that. Ow. Ow. Please stop. And I'm stacked. Specific key to realization. I don't know, we'll get... we'll get round to it after I do the ensemble. Let's do that, and then acupuncture on you. better the other way around. Please don't stagger me. You can stop max rolling, by the way. It's really not that bad. Head soul is gonna go crazy, yeah. Okay. Automated movement. Go, my automated movement. Win the... Go, my Oh. Okay, I got some stagger back. Never mind, it's all gone. My stagger, gone. It's going so well until it wasn't. You just let attempt on one fucking die roll. Job number 2, yeah. It's always... The thing with this game is, you won't just, like, roll 1. You'll always roll 1 below what you would have needed to roll to win the clash. That's what really gets me. Oh, fuck. You know, you can not max roll. Oh, okay, 1. You only need to kill 1 prescriptor. That's true. Is there anything we could do to just murder somebody? Like, flat out, is there a meat grinder? If I put the index proselyte in a meat grinder and all that comes out in his eyeball, are they alive? That joke didn't really work, but fuck it, we ball. Okay. Automated movement against you. You've got to be... They're probably dead. If I put you in a singing machine, and all that comes out is a key page, you're probably dead. Anyway, enough of that. Enough Germa jokes. Audio Jungle has already become a core part of this community. I don't need any other Germa jokes slipping in. Germa joke. Why say it like that? It sounds like a slur. Jesus. Germa jokes. Ugh, not in my community. Why? Why is it like that? This isn't much harder than this one. This is the most beneficial thing for us to do at the moment. Like, I could do other things, but the time investment here is more worth it. Mr. Stream, well, I let you out of the Torment Nexus. That command block is never turning off. I don't want to focus somebody down, but I could just focus somebody down. As a strategy. Please win. No! All you had to do is win the clash. Just win the clash. Just find a way to make it happen. That reminds me of a good song. I'm not sure if it's... It wouldn't be copyrighted, surely. Let me put that on. It's stupid. It's a... Sonic. It has no right being as good as it is, but here we are. That's probably audible. Has no right being as good as it is. Boundary of Death. You raise a fair point. You raise a fair point. Yeah, and this song has no right being as good as it is. Anyway, let's there's something very charming about stuff like this. Like when you take lines from something random and make it part of a song. Anyway, Boundary of Death time, chat. There's the boundary of death. Boundary of death. Sir, a second boundary. Sir, a first boundary of death has hit the deck. Right. Here we go. Fuck you in particular. I'm gonna get staggered, aren't I? Why the fuck is there a fly on my keyboard? That fucking fly was fearless. I just picked it up with a tissue and it flew off. The fuck? Right, okay. Okay, yeah, well, I'm about to get staggered here purely because I got boundary of death, aren't I? There we are. Great. Boundary of death! Hopefully I don't get staggered here. Oh. That's the first time I've ever gotten boundary of death. No! We were so... Oh. All we had to do was survive another turn and we would have been fine there. I wasn't expecting that boundary of death to hit, to be honest. It might be worth it to pick up endurance. Let's get automated movement here. Let's see, will the boundary of death succeed again, chat? Boundary of death. Fuck you in particular. We took a little bit of a break to talk about, other stuff. Right, okay. One failure, one success. What music can I put on? What is gambling music? The stream is about to get demonetized for that. Alright, chat. Gambling time! It's time to gamble, chat. I really hope this isn't, copyrighted. Dan plays on this. He plays on streams. This is fine. There we are. Gambling, chat. Gambling. It's the future. We put it all on black, chat. Okay, we got some stagger back there. Okay, we're gonna get staggered this time, but we can still have a little bit of gambling. Right, chat, this is the point where I'd put predictions on the stream if I had them, but I don't. Don't gambling! Fuck. I sadly cannot gamble as this is not Twitch. But just, you know, have it in your heads, chat. How many times do you think it's going to take us? Let me put Unrelenting on so we can actually capitalize on this. Who needs all of these good passives? Who cares? We're here for one thing and one thing only, and that's to fucking kill them. Yeah, Lone Fix matters. Musicians of Bremen? Yeah, I like Musicians of Bremen. No, actually, you know what we need? Paralysis. Thank you. I'd like some paralysis. What else can we have? What else is that, chat? Guardian. Here we are. Can I fit anything else in? I can fit one more thing in. We don't want charge. I don't want to do any more. Look, we've got enough gambling from that. Only 3 costs we can pick up. Leeway. Good idea. Good idea. Gambling time, chat. All good strategy has gone out the window. It's time to gamble. Here we go. Why have a stable deck when you can simply win? Ow. Oh, I forgot to put Unrelenting on. You know the entire reason why I redid that? I forgot to add the thing. But before we go, one quick fuck you. Did I remember to put that on loop? I did remember to put that on loop. It just has a bit of awkward silence at the end. Die! Bang. I wish I had added... I wish I had added Unrelenting now. Yeah, okay. Let me quickly go grab Unrelenting. Who comes here to this stream for good strategy? We have gambling here. What more do you need? Oscar. Wait, Oscar is currently on Yesod, isn't he? Yesod, give me my fucking key page. Yesod, I need that. Where is Oscar? Oscar. Why? Huh? Why? Why? What, huh? I unattributed you. You're supposed to be here. Oh, I forgot to unequip. Yeah, right. All bets are off fan-made, forsaken. Fan-made music is generally uncopyrighted, I think. Right, okay. Let's go gambling again, chat. Star recovery sweep is too weak. A Mind Tool, yeah. We don't win we're not here to win clashes. We're here to win one clash, and that's all that matters. This is not how I thought this stream would go, to be honest. Okay. Right. Here we go. You're going first, but that's fine because you're going second. Go in my boundary of death! Let me quickly not get staggered from that. Go in my boundary of death. Fuck. We go again. Honestly, this will be quicker. Let me add, 2 hours at the slots. Here we are, chat. Gambling. Let's go gambling, chat. I can see the viewership just declining as we go gambling. Just constantly. People do not enjoy gambling, it seems. Turns out people actually do watch the stream for good strategies. You can hear the slots, yeah, the slots are in the background now. We now have the proper gambling ambiance. We love gambling in this chat. Oh, viewership rates are plummeting. Who cares? Fuck, we don't have Boundary of Death. Yeah, that's a reset. All the light on Lucky 4, yeah. Try your worst, Carmen. Welcome back, we're gambling. We're gonna win the house, Crusade, we're gonna win the house. Watch this. There we are, there's Boundary of Death again. Fuck good strategy, I say. More gambling! Look at that! We're winning clashes through the sheer power of gambling. Look at this. It's almost like Persona as a game kind of mimics the Index and a discussion about how giving up your free will is a bad thing. But who fucking cares? Gambling! Yeah! All on black! Fuck! Mike, my house. Mike, the casino's taking my house. Angela, I lost the library, Angela. The casino, they're gonna take it all from me, Angela. Let's go gambling. This is gonna be an amazing part of the video. Fuck, we got staggered already. This stream is brilliant. We go from thought-provoking dialogues to let's go gambling. Viewership rates continue to plummet. Nobody likes the gambling. Oh. Mike, the casino's taking my viewers. The house is the house is taking the viewers. I can't believe this. All on black! Watch this, chat. Do I even have Boundary of Death? Yes, I do. Where are you going? You're going in the broken one. Who cares? Don't stagger me, please. Okay. All on black, chat. All on black. The house has 7,000 Twitch. The house is stealing my Twitch Prime, chat. We can't really use Twitch Prime on this platform. That's not really how this works. But the house, chat, the house is stealing my subs. The members, the house, no. This must be what distortion feels like. There's the Boundary of Death, lovely. Fuck. The house is stealing my house, chat. The house always wins. No way, a full-out New Vegas reference. The house always wins. Like the ending, chat. I'm losing my sanity. Losing my identity, wondering have I gone insane. To find the truth in front of me, I must climb this mountain range. Something, daring height. Now I realize why I fight. Rules of nature. Anyway. You just turn into a wheel. Yeah. The wheel! No way it returns. It's narrative harmony. Boundary of Death. Fuck you. Yes! Okay, now Unrelenting. We just have to not have Unrelenting triggered this turn. Wait. Is this gonna work? No, because we're about to die here. I'm spotting an issue with the plan, chat. Yeah, Right. Is it worth postponing the gambling another turn? Could somehow focus on dodging. Why would we do that when we can gamble? We can gamble. Why have good strategy when gambling? That was the wrong one to clash. Huh. The gambling in the background. Wait, Coots, what's the wait? Are you going to suggest waiting a turn so we actually can attack multiple times? Get more shield cards so Unrelenting does not activate. True. I mean, we need more energy. So let's try postponing the gambling an extra turn. That way we can actually, you know, survive the gambling. Oh. The power stacking is why we're here, yeah. Brilliant. All on black, chat. All on black. Fuck. Okay, that's the strat, though. Because then if Boundary of Death works there, then we attack with the follow-up, and then the follow-up kills, we get the page, then we get to go onto the realization. It's 7:23, I have been streaming for 3 hours! What the fuck? Screw it, more gambling! Less questions, more gambling. This is the premium content you you subscribe to this channel for, right, chat? The gambling. This is what you're all here for. Not interesting challenge runs with difficult things and, you know, hopefully pretty decent editing. No, you're all here for the gambling. Brilliant. This is actually just a good run if it wasn't for the fact that we're doing a fucking insane gimmick. Right. Here we go. Yes! Now kill. Yeah! Yeah! Gambling! Yeah! Gambling! That's a jackpot, chat! It works! All on black! Yeah! Woo! Gambling! Woo! Oh god. Oh, the other people in the building with me are going to be very confused why I'm shouting about gambling. Gambling, it pays off! Alright, let's, enough of the music. Oh god, Malkuth time. How the fuck are we gonna do this? Also, yeah, we can't do them. How do we do this? If the character was attacked, inflict 1 spells on ONE Librarians at the start of the next scene. 2 or fewer worker bees at the start of the scene, inflict 2 spells on ONE Librarians. P-flat, so you think I'm on those online slots, yeah. The gambling always works, chat. Metamorphosis, no way, Brega reference. Librarian dies while under the offense levels all marking turn. Pages boost aggression. One to use at the buff page and then stagger it. Okay. Somehow I get the feeling that the execution isn't the correct build. Right. Okay, well... Damn, I need an actually good build now, chat. Is Bamboo Hadakim the correct choice? Maybe. You just focus on the queen, it dies in like 3 turns. Panda, think for a second about how exactly we do that. How much health did the queen have? How much health does Queen Bee have, and are they slash resistant by chance? 270. Ah, they endure everything. There goes the gambling idea. Anyway. So what do you suggest we build on Malkuth then? Line fix, margin, and then we have all, we want healthful, yeah, no more gambling. Gambling is done for now, chat. Could we benefit from letting them die? Who, the other librarians? We have to let them die, I can't use them. So, automated movement, 1 refresh flash. I'm just gonna build like a, the passive that gains strength on death. We have that actually, that's, oh! I wasn't thinking about that, we actually get that. We get the Kazuna. Kazuna? I don't know. Kazoo. We get the Kazoo buffs because we can't not let them die. I was meaning to check. What do you get paid? Just any? Okay. Casino. Not casino. Not casino buffs, chat. No, not casino. I'm gonna need to put a slot machine, aren't I? I need to put a slot machine emote now. Let's go gambling. Okay, what do we want? What do we want? I think... What are the best cards we have here? Happy Memories. That's true. I don't get Council of True Soul. We don't use them. Yeah, we physically can't get rid of them. Okay, bunch of automated movement. Balance of damage and light restore. So yeah, Happy Memories for them. Then light restore, we want extract fuel. And then a little bit of damage, let's get freaks. Because what we're looking for is Happy Memories. And then that will allow us to just spam Happy Memories. Okay, we don't want to clash that, we don't want to clash that. On hit, Queen Bee recovers. Yeah, no. No, I don't think so. Oh, of course we're getting targeted by stuff like that. I forgot. Okay. Ow. I really... Well, I mean, it doesn't matter to heal the Queen. Yeah, look, they'll die very quickly. Ego would just be a slow machine, yeah. Which of these is the best here for... I kind of want Display of Affection, but Matchlight might be pretty good too. Let's go for Display of Affection. Nuggets dying doesn't matter because the worker bees are already full. Having that broken is going to be annoying though. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot Yujin has a high base health that we can abuse with healing. Yeah, I forgot about that. Your character doesn't get stagger gifts ice from and haste to all allies next scene. Okay. Is that on Clash win? Okay. Who are we getting targeted by? Oh, we're getting targeted by quite a few people. That one's the less... Actually, there, because then... Wait, no. You next. Yeah. You want to stagger Queen? How am I supposed to stagger Queen here? Oh, she becomes fatal to everything. Oh, I see. I see. Right, well, let's try this. Okay, I could definitely do that. Okay. If I just had better attacking cards, definitely. Yujin Sweeper deck build be any good? Maybe. Oh no, this is... not good for my health. Oh no! This really isn't good for my health. Yeah, right, okay. Enough of that. Right. I see the viewership number is now going up now that we're done with the gambling. People can return to the stream once again. Now that there's no longer a deranged man shouting about putting it all on black. Honestly, who let him on the stream? Like if you hit Queen Bee, so keep that in mind. Ah, yeah, that's why. Right. In speed ties, it's whoever hits first. I reach my target first, therefore I get to go first. That's the way that works. Counter dice combat start. Is it? I don't think that's the case. I mean, it might be. That is pretty good to be able to stagger. Yeah, that's pretty good to be able to stagger Queen Bee when they go aggressive. The point to hit the workers. It's to stop them hitting us, really. Oh, nothing on me, which means I can go all in on them. Press flash. Great. Staggered, right. Okay, they die, which is moderately problematic because it means everything's towards us now, but still. Happy memories. Which one of these would be the best? I mean, there's nobody else left for us to steal from. A automated movement, got it. Brilliant. Okay. Brilliant. Take a little bit of damage though. Predation, I mean... Well, I guess we're about to find out. Yeah, Predation does give us extra strength. Okay. That is stupid numbers of speed. It's just a shame there's nothing we can really use that on. Automated movement and break. Why did the counter go on them? That's really unfortunate, actually. Did I waste that? Did I waste the chance we had? We endure Pierce, though. I did not waste the chance we had. Okay. Free automated movement, don't mind if I do. Brilliant. Thank you, game. Are you aggressive again? No, you're not. It's not worth attacking them here. I'll creep them, but otherwise nothing. Because I don't want to kill the workers. Otherwise problems begin for me. Okay. Why did that evade stagger? That would have been this one. Automated movement and a repressed flesh to finish. Thank you very much. Boom. And that's how you do a fight, chat! That's how you do a fight. Brilliant. It was just the pure fact that we basically had, we just had free, like a 3 cost for nothing. Well, now's the part where, let's see. Banger music. Okay, the way you do this is you need to kill the allies. I remember this. Oh, I'll take an automated movement. What's this? Gain speed die use 5% max HP every time the character loses a die, yeah. Absolutely banger music. Ow. Our strategy heavily relies on everyone else dying. So yeah. Yeah, we really need the other librarians to die, and quickly. Because the sooner they die, the more powerful we become. What? Why'd that not reuse? Okay, screw you. Power. Power, chat. This is problematic. I know what that summons when she hits 4 light. Time to hope I can quickly kill you. I definitely can, surely. Yeah, staggered, kill. Brilliant. Evade counted, I can't reuse on evades, huh? Strange. Okay. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want self-damage. Healing. Automated movement on you, creek on you. Actually, I don't want to use the automated movement. I have to. Wait, you lose 25% of HP. What am I doing? I don't need to attack you. I want to keep automated movement in my inventory specifically, so when we get happy memories when all of our other teammates die, then, yeah. We can get free that. The enemy dealt the most damage to the librarian is marked. Other allies, I don't have other allies. You it is then. Can I actually get happiness here? Is that too low? Is it? It's a 2 cost. I'd hope. I guess we're about to find out. We didn't get it here. Okay, cool. Okay, that's pretty good. Right, so we don't get... The thing that our entire deck is revolving around, we don't get, but oh well. Stagger on you. Evade, evade. More stagger back for me. Thank you very much. Oh, we're gonna have so much health by the time this is over. I saw seen all allies gain strength based on the amount of damage the librarian... I mean... I'll end up taking damage, probably. Yeah, save as much life as possible. Okay, no, character is target inflicted with 1 affection. If target's for 1 stacks of affection, use a powerful combat page. Well, the strat is probably just going to be kill. Just, you know, murder. So... it is just murder. Okay. Thank you. Okay, it'll take another time. Scrap fuel. Scrap fuel. And then I'm going to save that. Is it worth saving? Oh, I can't use it anyway. Ow. That is annoying. We didn't get happy memories, no, we got unlucky. Here, the way you want to do this. Melee with the lowest HP pumping again 2 strength 3,000 feet this way. HP goes on the lower, so light full at the start of next scene, and 3 combat pages. Fresh meat status to a random librarian. If Nelly has 2% less HP. So this is what we want to do. We want to kill the ads here. Automated movement. Automated movement. I really wish I had happy memories here. One dead. Oh wow, we just we just nuke them. Holy 10 strength. Oh god. I'll take it. Look at the burn and bleed, chat. You can't kill me, Angela. I'll kill you first. "13 strength." Fuck you, Angela. Okay, staggered. Doesn't matter. We take a little bit of damage here. Doesn't matter. We've got so much health. Your time is now, Angela. Rest well, you fought strong. Oh, that's a fucking annoying card. Oh, this is stupid. Why do I have this much strength? Fuck you, automated movement. Ow. Wait, where did my strength go? Oh no, there we are. Oh, that's annoying. Uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. Extract fuel, I need more light. Why do I have so much strength? What is this? Well. Oh, no, actually, I want to just use Creep to save some light for the next phase. This is the true power of a solo, chat. This is the true power. Okay. How do I deal with this? If you were pure worker bees alive at the start of the scene, for like 2. Okay. Aggression. Ooh. Okay. See, this is the point where I really wish I had happiness. Or happy memories. Because we may be screwed here, because we didn't get happy memories. How much strength do I get now? 8 strength. Brilliant, thank you. No, is this it? Because I didn't get happy memories, I lost. We were so close to the end, too. Yeah, no, that's it. We can definitely do that, chat. Easily. 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 Watch this. Let's do it again. This time we get happy memories. Okay. Trust, chat. Trust in the heart of the cards. Oh, that's annoying. I'm resetting that. That's not worth trying out. Let me check, actually. What is it? It's a... We need to win clashes for it. Okay. We can do that easy. Yeah, fuck you. I love those cards. They're so good. They're so stupid. I want them for free, because if I get them for free, I become... Get them for free with 11 strength. We will be unkillable, chat. We will be unkillable. We will be gods. Ow, I really wish I had won that. Okay. Okay, one dead, perfect. I really wish you'd stop losing that, because that burn is building up. Oh, wow. Yes, give me my stagger back for basically free. We're practically invincible. Whoa. Okay, what one's that? That's automated movement. I don't want to use that because I want it in my inventory for when we get happiness. Yes, I know it's not an inventory. Ah, that was overkill. No, we'll kill him here with that. Right. We don't have remembrance. We don't need remembrance. Not where we're going. Oh, did we not get... Oh, we didn't get remembrance. Ah. Or happy memories. Let's see if we can get it on the final one. It's gonna be annoying if we can't. There we are, they die. Do we get it? No, we do not. Okay, we reset. That's what we do. It might only be on the first one, so we need to just keep resetting until we get it on the first one. But when we get it on the first one, we're in the money, chat. I get the feeling I'm about to run out of time at, like, any moment. I'm waiting on somebody to tell me that they're ready, because they're just doing something at the moment. So as soon as that, I've just got to go. But I'm hoping we finish this before then. Happy Memories is a T1 page. Okay, so it's 1 and 2. Okay. One dead. We still have a chance. Alright, build this here. Oh, why was that a negative? We won the clash. I don't understand. Oh wait, that's not to do... It's to do with the overall emotion level, which is always going to tend towards the negative, isn't it? Oh, if anybody dies at all, the emotions you gain become red. Oh, okay. Interesting. We didn't get it again. It's alright, it's just... This too, chat, is gambling. I mean, if you think about it, if you're upset, just remember, you're gambling. And when you're gambling, you'll realize you'll suddenly get happier, because, you know, gambling. Solid life lesson there, chat. You can thank me for that one later. If life bad, remember, tomorrow can always be better, and that's gambling. And when you realize you're gambling, you'll suddenly be happier, because woo gambling. Ow. Right, ow. I would really like it if you could win the clashes. Thank you. Life lessons from Coots, truly. Please save my life. No can do. Display of affection, that's fine. The first one will always tend to be negative, I think. That just feels like how it ends up being. Gamble core, truly. Oh yeah, all the coins there were negative. And we didn't get it again. I can't believe we got that first try. Because if we didn't get it first try, I'd be like... Oh no, we didn't get it first try. We got it on the other one. If we hadn't have got it on that one, I wouldn't realize the power of it by now. And that would make us considerably worse off, so I'm glad we found it. Clash wins. Okay, we've won all 3 clashes. Surely we will get a positive ego card this time. Surely. You'd imagine. Oh, we don't get it because we need at least one person to die before we get it. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Anybody getting target? No, just... Alright. We didn't kill the index. No, we got an index page. We didn't get it again. Okay, one more time, chat, and then I think I need to call the stream here. Oh, I didn't kill one in time. I see, the greed was too much. On that note, I think I've run out of time, chat. We will continue this tomorrow. We will beat the... Oh, that was loud. We will beat this realization tomorrow, and we will make massive progress from the ego pages. But until then, I'll see you all in the future. Please, if you enjoyed, join the Discord, because there will be an announcement of when the stream is, and consider subscribing and liking. And also, if you comment down below, literally anything, comment about how much you love gambling. It gets the stream recommended to more people, which is pretty cool. But until then, bye-bye. See you all tomorrow for more gambling.